Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
But nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. Making sure she has a strong, healthy start means being present, playing, and staying patient, even when it feels challenging. First 5 California is my go-to for tips and supporting her growth and well-being, so she can thrive no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is California's #1 entertainment destination for all your favorite music. Don't miss British rock superstars Def Leppard when they take the Yamava Theater stage on August 20th. Carrie Underwood brings her pop country singing and songwriting to Yamava September 5th. And the one and only pop punk legends Green Day make an appearance on September 30th. Only at Yamava, your California to Vegas connection. Visit YamavaTheater.com for details. Must be 21 and winner.
At the crack of a bat, crack open a Bud. Budweiser is the official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. There's no better way to celebrate a home run than an ice-cold Bud. Stock up the fridge because it's time to pull.
There's the bunt. That could be trouble as Petrie. No, Stevie dives in and beats it. Good effort by Steve Lyons.
And that'll be a base hit right there. Good job. I'll tell you one thing, not a bad defensive play either by the Tigers.
Did you see that? He's going to get the dirt out, and all of a sudden he unbuckled his pants and they fell down.
Live from Dodger Stadium is Game 2 of the 3-game series as your world champion, Los Angeles Dodgers entertain the Minnesota Twins. Hi, everybody. Rick Monday alongside Stephen Nelson and with producer-engineer Dwayne McDonald as we get set to go. Well, the Chamber of Commerce has dialed in another gorgeous night in Southern California. And for the Dodgers, they got back on the winning track last night by a score of 5-2, the winners, and they send out tonight Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and for Yamamoto, his 20th start of the season in search of his 9th victory of the season. So this Dodger ball club, they know full well coming into tonight that the San Diego Padres just won their ball game, so technically the Dodgers just 3 in front of the Padres. They're the Dodgers now. They have gone 3-7 over the last 10 games, but hopefully they're going to shoehorn themselves into a winning streak after the victory in last night's ball game. Dodgers have taken the field. Here's Dave Roberts starting lineup. Mookie Betts again leading it off. He's at shortstop. The designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Will Smith is doing the catching. Freddie Freeman is at first base, batting 5th and playing in right field tonight. Andy Pages. In left is Michael Conforto. Isong Kim starting at second base. At third is Miguel Rojas and James Outman, who had to make the leap in straightaway center field for the final out last night. Rewarded with that catch. He is in the starting lineup and be in center field tonight. So this Dodger ball club tomorrow, remember an earlier start time. We'll join you at high noon with the Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck show. First pitch at 1:10. And Tyler Glasnow will be delivering that first pitch for the Dodgers. Umpiring assignments, Doug Eddings, the crew chief, working to play to call the balls and strikes. Charlie Ramos is at first. Emil Jimenez umpiring at second, and Mike Malitsky is over at third. All set to go. Dodgers trying to make it 2 in a row in the win column. Happy to have you with us. And with the play, here's Steven.
Thank you, Mo. Wherever you may be and however you may be with us, thank you for being here. Along for the ride at Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers trying to clinch this 3-game series against the Twins as they wrap up a homestand out of the All-Star break before hitting the road to Boston, Cincinnati, and Tampa Bay. Yoshinobu Yamamoto to Byron Buxton to lead off the ball game. The first pitch is ball one outside. Behind schedule by a couple of seconds. Being nitpicky. 7:10, 70 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Buxton swings and chops it foul on the third base side, 1-1.
So in a hurry, are you?
A little bit. Just had the stopwatch going. Come on, Yama. Let's get this show on the road. Byron Buxton led off last night's game with a long home run off Shohei Ohtani on the second pitch. This is the third pitch of the night from Yamamoto. It's a ball in the dirt. 2-1. After that leadoff home run, the Twins offense had to wait until the ninth inning to scratch one more against the Dodger staff. Yamamoto steps back with his left leg. Kicks and deals. The 2-1 swung on and fouled over the net behind home plate. That squares the count 2-2.
That's a good pitch. That's 95. A tailing fastball up and in on the hands of Buxton. He just could not extend the arms, get any leverage at all.
Buxton hitting .292 on the season. An OPS of 936. A two-time All-Star waiting on a 2-2 pitch. It is low. Ball 3. If that's the splitter, that might be the hardest I've seen this year. It was 93 miles per hour, but now the count is full on Buxton. Pitch clock at 3. Yamamoto steps back, and Buxton asks for time in the batter's box. He steps out, the right-hander, taps both of his cleats, takes a deep breath, and now we'll dig back in.
Interesting to see what's going to be thrown here because Yamamoto shook off signs twice.
All right, now we're set for a payoff pitch. Swing and a liner foul on the third base side makes Tommy Watkins, Minnesota's third base coach, Jance out of the way. Buxton, in his career at Dodger Stadium, he's 9 for 21. That's a .429 clip, 3 homers, and 5 RBI in 5 games here. The Georgia native likes visiting Los Angeles. Another 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Just ate him up and in with a fastball at 96. For a game-opening punch-out.
Well, you keep throwing that. That was twice he came up and in to Buxton. Yeah, boy, that's a tough spot for any hitter.
Now the DH, Ryan Jeffers. He was the catcher last night, elevated to the 2 spot tonight. First pitch, ball 1 upstairs from Yamamoto, a heater at 95. Jeffers reached in 4 of his 5 plate appearances yesterday. A couple base hits and a couple of walks. On a 1-0, Jeffers takes inside ball 2. He's batting .516 during an 8-game hitting streak to elevate his season average to .262. Right-handed hitter ahead of Yamamoto 2-0. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back into the net. Fastball at 97 in off the plate again. So you see Yamamoto, he's trying to get in the kitchen of these right-handed Twins.
Well, I saw a good note that Yamamoto has a high percentage of strikeouts on fastballs that are down, but so far up and into right-handers has worked good in the first couple of batters.
Here's 2-1 to Jeffers. Swung on and grounded to short. Mookie Betts drops down, picks it up off the dirt, throws to Freddie Freeman. A little low, but ultimately out number 2. Yamamoto's 20th start of the season, his first of the second half on the heels of his first ever Major League Baseball All-Star Game selection. Top 5 in the National League in ERA, opponent's batting average, and strikeouts per 9 innings. He has 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the first, no score. Second baseman Willie Castro, left-hander, takes a first pitch, ball 1, a hair downstairs. Started him off with a fastball. It didn't miss by much. In fact, I would say it didn't miss at all. The 1-0. That's even further downstairs, comfortably a ball, 2-0. Castro was an all-star last season, but last night 0 for 5 with a K. The 2-0 pitch. Castro takes a curve and strike 1. Beautifully dropped on the outside corner.
Hello, breaking stuff. By the way, for Yamamoto, when he has the splitter thrown this year, it's just a 131 batting average against it.
It's 2-1 pitch. He goes back to the curve, and Castro couldn't check his swing. 2-2.
I guarantee as a hitter, he was not looking for that 2-0 curveball, and he wasn't looking for the 2-1 curveball either.
Castro steps out, comes back in, and now Yamamoto's ready. Needs one more strike to finish the first. On a 2-2 pitch, Castro watches one spike in the dirt. That was the splitter, but it was 5 feet in front of home plate. Ball 3.
And as your point a minute ago is that Yamamoto is throwing that splitter much higher velocity now. That was at 93. That's the second one we've seen in the low 90s. Normally that's a pitch, somewhere around 86, 87, 88 occasionally.
A payoff pitch from Yamamoto is called strike 3. Throws him with a fastball at the knees at 96. That split the plate and sends Castro sulking back to the dugout. Bookending case for Yamamoto in a 1.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's pumped on.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Limited powertrain warranty. That's a Galpin exclusive. GalpinFord.com. Ask for Mike Schwartz.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise in treatment. U.S. News and World Report is once again named CHLA the #1 hospital in California. Learn more today at chla.org. Mookie Betts to lead things off at the bottom of the first, scoreless game. Simeon Woods Richardson, young righty, takes the ball for Minnesota. His first pitch is taken by Betts. A fastball, strike 1 on the inner third. Mookie last night, 1 for 3 with a double, a walk, and a run scored. The 0-1 pitch is downstairs, ball 1. It's actually Mookie's first game with a hit and a walk in the same night since the 14th of June. But he has hits and runs scored in back-to-back games since being elevated to the leadoff spot. Checks his swing on a fastball at 94, called strike 2 on the outer third. Mookie hitting .241 now on the year. On a 1-2 pitch, Betts pushes a fly ball to right field. Playable for Wallner. Drifts back about 10 feet, and then at the last moment, there was an extra gust of wind or something. He still made the catch, but that was far more eventful than it needed to be for the first out.
He's motioning to center fielder Buxton. This is the last second. Yeah, a little gust of wind. That will get your heartbeat going a little bit faster as a fielder.
Now Shohei Ohtani's first at-bat brought to you by Asahi Super Dry Beer. Embodying the refreshing taste of modern Japan. Go beyond the expected. First pitch, strike 1, taken by Ohtani. 95 at the knees. As we've seen the velocity tick up this year for Woods Richardson, 24-year-old. Ohtani has gone deep in 3 straight games. Swings and fouls back, strike 2, and in the net behind home plate. Last night, that was his lone hit, a 2-run shot in the bottom of the first inning. He then struck out his next 3 trips to the plate, but A home run in the bottom of the first after striking out 2 Twins in the top of the first. Another unicorn display for number 17. 1 out, bases empty, no score, bottom 1 tonight. On this 0-2 pitch, Ohtani strikes out swinging 96 up and in from Woods Richardson to get out number 2.
Both guys on starting pitchers have moved that ball inside. I mean, that's the highest velocity that we have seen from Richardson or heard about recently. I mean, 96 miles an hour. Perfect placement up and in.
His average this year has ticked up considerably in the fastball at 93.3. That last one to Ohtani, 96. Now Will Smith, 2 outs, nobody on, ball 1 outside. And we heard from talking to Twins people before the game, if Woods Richardson gets whiffs on a fastball early, this is a guy who's not lacking confidence, and he just got one on the reigning MVP in Ohtani. The 1-0 to Smith. That's in there for a strike. Fastball at 95.
Well, if you can pinpoint that 96 fastball to Shohei Ohtani up and in, you should feel rather confident about your stuff.
Now, Will Smith feeling rather confident. 2 for 4 last night. 2 homers. Swings and fouls, strike 2. On the first base side, drops down to the first level of the loge seats.
Well, Richardson so far here in the first inning has gone against the book. It says so far what he's done this year, because he comes into tonight having thrown previously the outings, and this is his 15th start plus 1 relief. Almost 45% of his pitches have been off speed. Not here in the opening frame tonight.
He's challenging the Dodgers at the hard stuff on a 1-2. Woods Richardson misses again with a fastball at 96. 2-2 on Smith.
Well, he's had good success against right-handers this year. 219 versus the lefties, 282.
Facing the best hitter in the National League, Will Smith. On a 2-2 pitch, Smith gets a piece of a fastball that was a little off the plate, but close enough that he had to swing. He stays in there for at least 1 more. Smith is near 30 points ahead of the next closest National League hitter. That's Kyle Stowers of the Marlins, hitting .295. Smith at .326. Another 2-2 pitch, and Smith with another foul ball. And this is what Will Smith does. Works professional AB. Now, Woods Richardson got a couple quick outs from Betts and Ohtani. Pitch count was low, and Smith's trying to elevate it at the very least here in the bottom of the first. No score, we're just underway. Another 2-2. Pushed high in the air, right field side, drifting toward the line. Wallner now next to the wall. He makes the catch as he crashes into the wall. That was beyond the net, too, so he had some fans right in his kitchen, but Wallner makes the play. A 1-2-3 first for Woods Richardson at the end of 1 full. No score for the Dodgers or Twins.
LA's best sports star. That's a
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do like brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
Of boos at Dodger Stadium rained down on Carlos Correa. The Twins leadoff batter in the top of the second Scoreless in game 2 for the Dodgers and Twins. First pitch ripped back to the net. A fastball down the pipe at 96. Well, last night, Correa was the final batter of the game for Minnesota, facing Kirby Yates as the tying run at the plate in the ninth. Took a splitter to dead center field, and James Outman made a jumping catch of the wall to preserve a Dodger win. Yamamoto's next pitch runs inside. It's a ball and a strike for Correa. Shortstop hitting .263 despite going 0 for 5 last night. On a 1-1 pitch, Yamamoto pulls ball 2 feet away from Correa. Second game-saving catch for James Outman the last 5 games for the Dodgers. On a 2-1 pitch, Yamamoto finds strike 2 on the inside corner. Correa disagrees with Doug Eddings' call, but he's got to live with it. Now 2-2 to the leadoff batter in the second. The pitch is swung on and tapped to third. Rojas charges along the line, barehands it, but won't have a throw to make. Basically a swinging bunt for Carlos Correa. Reaches on an infield single to begin the second. So nearly left the yard to straightaway center field last night in his last plate appearance, and tonight hits it 70 feet up the line.
Yeah, it would not have bloodied your nose had it hit you.
Now Ty France, first baseman in the 5 spot tonight, takes strike 1 from Yamamoto.
There's no chance Correa was going to be going on that pitch right there. He had about a 2-foot lead because he was still putting on his sliding gloves.
The 0-1 and nearly hits France up and in with a fastball 94. Now France, a few years ago, he led the league in hit by pitches.
Well, he's not shy with his left elbow either, and the ball's close.
No, and he's wearing a left elbow guard. Stocky first baseman from Downey, California. That's where he was born. Went to high school in West Covina. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Yamamoto jumps ahead.
A good breaking ball away.
Hey, he's got that curve working early today. Yamamoto out of the stretch, 1-2. The runner on first behind him and nobody out. 1-2 pitch. That is slice foul on the first base side. No change in the count.
That was a splitter. Again, that's above 90. It was at 91.
And that's kind of where he's been this year, and he's throwing it much harder this season than last his rookie year. But we've seen it up to 93 tonight. He'll try again to get France. Misses way high with a fastball, 2-2. France in his 7th season as a big leaguer with his 4th team. Debuted with the Padres. Spent the better part of 5 years in Seattle. Now with the Twins. Hitting .245 on the year, slumping lately. On a 2-2 pitch from Yamamoto, France shoots out of the way of ball 3. It's another full count. I believe that's the 3rd and 5 Twins face for Yamamoto.
Yep.
Who is already approaching 30 pitches with nobody out in the second. So Yamamoto, he just sometimes he has this look where he's just not efficient. 3-2 swung on and fouled over the net. That was a fastball at the top of the zone, splitting the plate, and France underneath it. The ball to strike ratio tonight, 29 pitches, just 16 strikes. That's way too close to 50-50. No score, top of the second. Another 3-2 coming from Yamamoto. Another foul ball from France. Again, the fastball couldn't put him away. Now, all 3 outs so far recorded by Yamamoto in the first inning was on the hard stuff. They're back-to-back four-seam fastballs. Yamamoto sets, but France takes time.
Yeah. But we've also seen 2 of the splitters at 93, which is the average velocity for fastballs in the big leagues right now.
On the 9th pitch from Yamamoto, Ty France takes ball 4 in the dirt. The first 2 Twins on Here at the top of the second, brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
Hey, friends, hit up MLBshop.com for the largest and latest selection of jerseys, caps, hoodies, and accessories to keep you in the game all year long. So gear up. Game on at MLBshop.com, the official online shop of your Dodgers.
2 on, nobody out for Minnesota. Remember last night, they had chances with men on base, and they did nothing with it. They were 1 for 14. That's an .071 average last night with men on. First and second, no out. Matt Wallner, a left-handed hitter, digs in and takes a ball one outside.
For the Twins last night, also, they had 8 at-bats with runners in scoring position, had only 1 hit in those 8. But the Dodgers proved you don't always have to have runners in scoring position base hits. They were 0 for 4, yet won the ballgame 5-2.
Yamamoto out of the stretch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Fastball at 95. Beats Wallner.
But 0 for 4 runners in scoring position. But thanks to the 4 home runs, that makes up for not getting hits in a timely manner.
Yamamoto being good at preventing those hits with runners in scoring position this year.
Boy, isn't it?
Another wave and a miss. There's a splitter that dives downstairs at 92. A ball and 2 strikes for Wallner.
Yamamoto in this spot this year, 183 average. Of course, you look at the season batting average, is very low. It's below the Mendoza line. Is at 194 is all.
Now Wallner plants his back left foot. Big open stance for a big left-handed hitter. On a 1-2 pitch, Yamamoto misses low. 2-2. If that was a splitter, that was 94. So there is some giddy up in his signature pitch tonight.
The problem is, okay, higher velocity, but the accuracy has not been there.
Yep. First and second, no outs in the second, no score. Now the 2-2. That's low, ball 3. That's full count number 4 for Yamamoto. 6 batters in. And the Dodgers bullpen lost Tanner Scott last night. Yes, they bring up Alexis Diaz today, but this is their ace. Yes, starting for the first time in 8 days. Perhaps a little rusty, trying to find his command, but it has been an inefficient start to his night. 3-2 on Wallner. The payoff. Swung on and fouled back in the net. A fastball at 94 on the outside corner.
And, Steven, this is where pitchers can run into a problem because you know in your own mind, I'm not quite dialed in. You don't want to walk the bases loaded. You have to throw a strike, and this is a spot that you're trying to avoid making a big mistake with location.
Another payoff. High in the air, right field. No problems for Andy Pages. He's camped out underneath it. Tagging at second is Correa. Will he test the arm? Pages makes the catch. The throw to third is cut off by Betts. So Correa does advance on a productive first out of the inning for Minnesota. Andy Pages, he was waiting for it for a long time, but then at the last moment, Mo, he had to back up too. So he wasn't able to stride into it and generate momentum for the throw.
Yeah, that's why you want to make sure is that, hey, look, you do stay well behind the ball, get your momentum coming in. The other part, too, is not to oversimplify the entire thing, too, but catch the ball on the throwing side of your body with 2 hands because you don't have to transfer a long way if your hands are together. If you make that one-handed catch, you've got to transfer the ball a couple of feet to the bare hand. That runner's not waiting for you.
Scoreless for the Dodgers and Twins, top of the second. Minnesota has runners on the corners and 1 out for the dangerous Royce Lewis, former first overall pick in the 2017 draft. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Starts him with a splitter on the inner third. Lewis last night 3 for 4 with a double and a stolen base. He is 5 for his last 8 with 3 extra base hits. He had a meeting with the manager Rocco Baldelli before Sunday's game, and whatever was said there seems to have turned things around for the right-hander. Yamamoto deals and has strike 2. Gets a nice call down and in. It was a pitcher's pitch, and he got the call. Correa on first base. Correa on third base. France on first. 1 down in the second. Yamamoto fires. Lewis swings and chops it to the left side, and it goes off the glove of Rojas, and Betts is there to make the throw to second, but Kim fell off the bag. Correa scores, and France is safe. Everybody is safe. 1-0 Twins.
Well, that was a strange play. Off the glove of Rojas, it went to Betts, but Betts on the throw to the outfield side of second base, and for Kim reaching out to make sure the ball does not get by him, and it pulled him way off the bag.
And so Mark Pryor is going to come out with Will Ireton to have a mound visit presented by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. So the Dodgers in an early 1-0 hole, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto can't find the strike zone. First and second, still only one out. It'll be Harrison Bader, the batter. And I just think Rojas, it was one of those classic plays, Mo. You know, you try to do something with the ball before you have the ball. I think Rojas was trying to get it away quickly and maybe turn two to get him out of the inning, but going to his left, the ground ball was at his hip, essentially, just went off the tip of his glove, and good thing that Mookie was there to back it up, but then his throw was wide of the second base bag. So,
well, last night was a clean game, as Dave Roberts refers to it. But you start to look in the month of July, for the Dodgers, that's the 11th error that they have made. Coming to last night's game, there's only two teams in baseball that have committed more errors this month: the Blue Jays and the Rockies.
Fielder's choice, E5, 1-0 Twins. First and second, one out. Ball one upstairs to Harrison Bader, who spins around and runs towards the Dodger dugout. I think he just lost his balance because that pitch wasn't close to hitting him. Lewis does get an RBI on that play. 1-0, Bader takes a strike. Now, last night it was a tough one for the Twins left fielder. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, and all 4 of those ABs came with runners in scoring position. So he was a huge reason why they came up empty with Risp. But they have the first lead tonight, trying to tack on a 1-1. Bader whiffs on strike 2. Good splitter from Yamamoto there.
So counting this at bat, couple of men on base, and he had last night. He has batted in this series now with 10 runners on base.
Bader, the only Twin who has faced Yamamoto in his career since Bader spent last season with the Mets. On a 1-2, Bader takes ball 2. Splitter low this time. Bader did not offer.
No, and that's the problem, is that splitter. I only recall one really natural strike. We're talking about in the strike zone.
He's approaching 30 pitches in the second inning alone. The 2-2, Bader swings and misses, strike 3. Yamamoto blew it by him, a high fastball. That's out number 2. Now the veteran catcher, Christian Vasquez. Talk about built like a fire hydrant. 5'8", 210, and I think that's selling him some LBs short. 2 on, 2 out, 1-0 Minnesota. Strike 1 from Yamamoto, a heater at 96 on the outer third. Vasquez, a 2-time World Series champion, 2018, won one here with the Red Sox, then won it again with Houston in 2022. No balls, 1 strike to pitch. It's a curve, just misses. Good pitch from Yamamoto, but Vasquez spit on it. 1-1. The catcher hitting a .182 in his first 53 games this season in Minnesota. On a 1-1 pitch, Vasquez takes strike 2, a knee buckling curve at 78 miles per hour. Now, this is a busy second inning for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He's about to throw his 50th pitch of the game. Just not sharp enough. Here comes the 1-2. And Vasquez to left center field, hit pretty well toward the gap. This ball is down, and 1 hops off the warning track. 1 run is in. Here comes another. Mookie Betts can't throw home, It's a 2-run, 2-out, 2-strike double for the worst hitter in the Minnesota lineup, Christian Vasquez. 3-0 Twins.
And it comes on a 1-ball, 2-strike count, and not a good pitch at all.
You got the number 9 hitter, a backup catcher hitting 182, behind with 2 strikes, and you hang a splitter. That's a center cut splitter. All right, Vasquez is on second, 2 outs in the second inning. The Dodgers trail by 3. Ground ball stopped at Betts by diving Betts going to his right on the cut of the grass, but it slips away, and everybody is safe. Byron Buxton to first and Vasquez to third. Hard hit ground ball into the 6th hole. And the inning continues, and looking down toward the Dodger bullpen to see if anybody's going to start stirring.
No, it's too early. If this gets even more out of hand than what it is right here in this inning, I said, look, go ahead and have Yamamoto run out the string as far as the pitch count rather than burn a big portion of the bullpen.
So we talked about Yamamoto's splitter and how opponents were doing nothing against it all year. Back-to-back hits on splitters, but because they were elevated. 35th pitch of the top of the second. The first pitch to Ryan Jeffers. Nearly hits him with a curveball inside. First and third, 2 out. The Dodgers trail 3-0 as Yoshinobu Yamamoto is lost right now.
Well, and with that higher velocity, he's not getting the break on that splitter where it goes down. We talk about so many times, well, nose to toes. No, it's just basically toes are out over the middle.
1-0. Ground ball to left side. Mookie Betts has it in the glove. Underhand throw, a little low, but Kim makes the play to record the final out. But Christian Vasquez out of nowhere. A 2-strike, 2-out, 2-run double. And the Twins put up a
top of the mountain on the world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Freddie Freeman will lead off the bottom of the second inning. The Dodgers in an early 3-0 hole. And once again, a Dodger opponent scores first. Ball one way outside from Woods Richardson. He had to wait a long time to get back to the mound because his offense just put Yoshinobu Yamamoto through the grinder at the top of this inning.
I don't think he minded the wait at all.
No. His next pitch misses low. 2-0 on Freddie.
Well, with Yamamoto, 53 pitches already in the ballgame, and only 60% of his pitches have found the strike zone.
The 2-0 to Freeman. And it's hit in the air, drifting foul on the left field side, 2-1. Last night, Freddie went 1 for 4 with his National League leading 27th double. 4 of his last 5 hits have been doubles, Mo, and now he's got 535 in his career. Pushes him past Lou Gehrig for 42nd all-time.
For good measure, made one tremendous play at first base.
2-1, ground ball right side and through. A base hit for Freeman. A leadoff Dodger on in the second.
Right field, number 44, Andy Miles.
Well, Dodgers also, Stephen, have 5 lefties in the lineup. The reason I bring that up, as I mentioned earlier, lefties have hit over 280 against Richardson. Right-handers, not nearly successful, just 219 to this point.
Andy Pages, the batter. Freeman on first and no outs. The Dodgers down 3-0. Swinging a foul ball over the net, strike 1.
So the left-handed batters may have to pull a little bit larger portion of the wagon tonight.
Pages, a righty, hit a home run last night, 1 for 3, ended a 13-game home run drought. Woods Richardson fires, and Pages takes low and outside, 1-1. 18 home runs, 60 RBIs for Andy Pages. 14 of those homers have been here at Dodger Stadium.
But to this point, he's had himself a very good season.
Here comes the 1-1. Upstairs, ball 2.
I really look at the development that Pages has made, the confidence now that he's gained, understanding, okay, I belong here. I fit here at the big league level. And he's just got tremendous ability.
The 2-1 pitch. Pages swings and pops it high in the air. That's going to hook out a play. It's a pitch that will drop 1 row behind the Dodger dugout. 2-2. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma with an I-Force turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. Twins 3, Dodgers nothing. Bottom of the second inning. Trying to get to Simeon, Woods, or Richardson. Texas kid who is rolling coming into tonight. This ERA below 1.5 his last 6 starts. On a 2-2, Pages takes low, ball 3, filling the count.
Richardson also, this is his 4th start this month, and his ERA is 1.23 is all.
3-2 with Freeman on first and nobody out in the second. The payoff pitch to Pages is ball 4. That was an excellent pitch from Woods Richardson. Just an even better take from Pages. The Dodgers will bring the tying run to the plate, and Michael Conforto.
Well, here's the guy that Dave Roberts was talking about both yesterday and today in the pregame scrum with the members of the media. So look, shown Conforto that we have confidence in him. He's been swinging the bat, hit the ball hard a couple of times last night.
Conforto waves at strike 1.
But we're seeing a lot of breaking stuff and changing speeds that he's been out in front of.
Last night, Michael at the plate, 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right side, backhand stop by France at first. He goes to second for 1. The turn in time for 2. A 3-6-1 double play. Nice work by Ty France to start that twin killing.
That's just the 4th ground ball double play served up by Richardson this year.
Had the tying run at the plate, nobody out. Now it's Freeman on third and 2 outs. The Dodgers behind 3-0. The mound visit. Carlos Correa comes out, puts his arm around Woods Richardson. Vasquez, the catcher, and Lewis, the third baseman, will join. They're now getting on the same page for Ha-Seong Kim. I beg your pardon, talked about Freddie Freeman climbing up the all-time doubles list. He is 41st all-time, not 42nd. Thank you to our esteemed colleague, Joe Jarek, for give me the correct number. Either way, Freddie Freeman, one of the best in baseball history with 2 base hits. He's now on third, ready to score the first run of the night for the Dodgers. Kim went 0 for 3 last night, batting average down to .320. The pitch. Strike 1. Fastball at the knees at 94. Infield on the right side playing back for Hessong. It's just hard to resist the temptation of saying, hey, maybe try and pull one to the right side and beat one to the bag. Takes another pitch. This is low. 1-1. I know that's not how the game's played anymore, Mo, but with Hessong's speed, he can create that kind of havoc. Has the bat on the shoulders for the 1-1. Takes strike 2. That's off the plate, but Woods Richardson gets the call. The groans from Dodger Stadium disagreeing from their seats, and they'd be right. Electronically, that did not happen. A ball and 2 strikes to count on Kim. The pitch. That's even further outside and upstairs as well. 2-2. The Twins offense spawning Woods Richardson a 3-0 lead in the early part of Game 2. Dodgers won last night, trying to win the series tonight. Freeman on third, 2 out. And here comes the 2-2. Rolled to the right side, and France will scoop it up off the dirt. Woods Richardson covering the bag. He steps on it before Kim does, and Freddie Freeman is stranded. So first and second, nobody out, and the Dodgers get nothing. At the end of 2, it's the Twins 3.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes. So Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. Beats Pronto.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Continues on its official home.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto going to try and bounce back from the top of the third inning after riding the struggle bus in the second. Gave up 3 runs. Didn't get help from his defense behind him. But through 36 pitches, now up to 53 to get his first 6 outs. First pitch, ball 1. Willie Castro, who's a lone Twin who didn't come to the plate in the second. Swinging a foul ball off the plate at 1-1.
I talked about last night. The Twins had 8 at-bats, runners in scoring position. In the second inning alone tonight, they had 6 such at-bats.
I mean, in that second inning, both teams had first and second, nobody out. Minnesota got both of them home and added another 3 runs. The Dodgers made 3 outs and 2 ABs. So I would say polar opposite experiences offensively. And there's another pitch that doesn't find the strike zone. 2-1 on Castro. That's been the theme of the night for Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Yeah, again, first 2 innings, he's thrown strikes only 60% of the time.
On a 2-1, Castro takes ball 3, a foot outside. That's arm side, so to the right-handed batter's box, opposite the left-handed hitting Castro. 3-1. The pitch. Swung on and chopped foul. Full count.
For the 5th time.
It's just the hot and cold experience for Yoshinobu Yamamoto, really since the calendar turned to June. It's been hard to put your finger on it. Last time out, he was sensational in San Francisco. 7 shutout innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. 3-2 pitch. Castro fouls the splitter to stay alive for one more.
But just the numbers alone, the raw numbers, Stephen, when you're able to look at Yamamoto and say, well, how does he do this year when he gets ahead in the count to hitters? How about a 123 average? But tonight, even though he's been ahead of only a couple, he's not been able to finish them off.
He's trying to finish off Castro, another 3-2. And this ball is crushed down the right field line. It hooks foul. That was a splitter, and they have been teeing off on that tonight. They are 3 for 4 against the splitter, 0 for 6 against the hard stuff. And Yamamoto fortunate that hooked foul the right foul pole. Another 3-2, and this is served into center field. The base hit. That was on a curve ball from Yamamoto. So an 8-pitch battle won by Castro, the leadoff twin on in the third. If the ship doesn't right, I have a feeling we're going to see activity in that Dodger bullpen. Carlos Correa to the plate. He was the leadoff man in the second. Infield single, swinging bunt down the third base line that went all of 70 feet. And Rojas didn't have a play to make. So he's 1 for 1 with a base hit and a run scored. 3-0 Minnesota, top of the third. Runner on first and nobody out. The pitch. Hit in the air, drifting foul on the right side. Hey, Dodger fans, if you want to skip the line at Dodger Stadium, then find the QR code to scan around the park or just order with your Uber Eats app right from your seat so you can enjoy every pitch, run, and out. The 0-1 to Correa. The boos raining down. Chopped off the plate. That's strike 2. Twins with 3 runs on 4 hits, and 3 of those 4 hits have been in 2-strike counts. Just like you said, Mo, it's spot on. You can't put anybody away tonight. He's at 63 pitches, no outs in the third. On an 0-2, Correa takes ball 1. Splitter just missed a little low. On a 1-2, Yamamoto finds strike 3, a fastball at the knees, and Correa knew it instantly. 1 gone in the third inning thanks to Yamamoto's 4th strikeout of the night. Now Ty France walked and scored in that second inning. He was able to come around and score because of the error at third by Miguel Rojas. So of the 3 runs allowed by Yamamoto, just 1 earned because of that error, just the latest Dodger error. And there have been a bunch here in the month of July. Strike 1 on the outside corner to France. Fastball at 95.
11 this month. Again, only the Toronto Blue Jays and Colorado Rockies come into last night's game had committed more errors than the Dodgers, and only 1 more at that.
The pitch swung on and tomahawked to third. It is foul of the line, 0-2. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Dodgers trail 3-0, top of the third. Minnesota with a runner on first and 1 out. Yamamoto in an 0-2 count to Ty France. He delivers. And France checks up on a ball low and away. This is game 102 of the season for the Dodgers. This is the 57th time that the opponent has scored first. It is tied for the second most occurrences in all of baseball. Hence, the Dodgers leading the league in comeback wins. They've had to. A 1-2. France gets a piece of a splitter. That is another one that hangs up in the middle. That was on the inner third, east and west, but north and south, that was in the middle. Still ball and 2 strikes. The next pitch from Yamamoto will be his 70th. And here it is. Strike three called. Pinpoint fastball in the outside corner at 95. That's back-to-back Ks for Yamamoto.
Taking a while to get there.
Yeah, 3 of his 5 strikeouts have been looking, Mo, and really the fastball is the one pitch that he's got command of.
Well, the splitter, unless he figures out the velocity with which he's going to deliver it, it's been hit or miss, and mostly miss.
Castro on first, now 2 outs. Ball 1 outside to Matt Wallner. This time Yamamoto couldn't guide the heater in there. Missed away. Wallner, the lefty, is 0 for 1. Flew out to Andy Pajes in right field. Yamamoto throws to first. The head first slide safe for Castro. Three 0 Minnesota. 2 down in the top of the third. The pitch. Wave and a miss, and Castro thought about going. Smith threw down to second anyway, even though Castro had second thoughts as the pitch was traveling home.
Well, that time also Castro had a slightly bigger lead. Evidently he did not like the jump that he got.
Now, better to do that than the other, right? You feel like you don't have the lead and you keep running to second.
And a shorter lead this time.
The 1-1 delivered. Castro running this time. Smith throwing down to second. The tag is there to get him.
That shorter lead cost him a few feet.
Smith and Betts were ready for it. They catch Castro trying to steal, so the leadoff walk ultimately ends with the final out. A scoreless third for Yamamoto. The Dodgers trail 3-0, 2.5 innings gone.
When you want Dodgers, the only
Boomer is the dog. Then he looked good. I just followed his picture all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Caught Stealing's the save of the game, brought to you by Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Say goodbye grass and hello rebates. Visit bewaterwise.com. Dodgers down 3-0, bottom of the third. Miguel Rojas at the plate, taking a ball inside from Woods Richardson. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Dodgers here in the third. And Rojas has a chance to atone for his second inning error that led to 2 unearned runs for Yamamoto. Second ball in the dirt from Woods Richardson. Rojas been swinging a good bat of late. He's got the average up to 255. Ball 3 from Woods Richardson.
Yeah, look at Yamamoto also. Just a final note on that top of the third. Even though he only faced 3 batters, took him 20 pitches.
Yep. 3-0. That's a 4-pitch leadoff walk for Miguel Rojas. Just back-to-back innings, the Dodgers have the leadoff man on. They couldn't do anything in the second. We'll see if the third has a different result.
Well, we talked so many times about opposing hitters when they walk leading off an inning and score just over 30% of the time. Well, the Dodgers are 0 for 1 in that spot so far because they had the leadoff single in the second by Freeman.
Now James Outman in the number 9 spot, getting a start today. Takes a ball upstairs. And Outman hasn't really put it together at the big league level yet. Just 121 is his average his first 16 games. He was swinging it well down in AAA with 20 home runs for the Comets. A line drive to first right at France, and Miguel Rojas is caught in no man's land. And that is a tough luck out in double play for James Outman and the Dodgers.
And there's really nothing Rojas can do as the hitter. I mean, that ball is, as the runner, that ball is hit so hard, there's no chance to get back to the bag safely. None. There's
a little game from France, too, because Rojas, he knew he was dead to rights, and so France snares the line drive and then just did like a moonwalk back to the bag, basically. It took a while to complete the double play.
That's 2 double plays in 2 innings.
Ball 1 to Mookie Betts. Betts is 0 for 1. And that's ball 2 upstairs. So Woods Richardson has been struggling to find the strike zone in this inning. And then when he gave up contact, it was loud, and somehow he's got 2 outs. The 2-0. There's a strike called at the shins on Mookie. So that's why some Twins folks are saying, the numbers for Woods Richardson, he's been rolling of late, and the ERA all looks good. But there's been a lot of luck. He's got a rabbit's foot going. Ball 3 way outside. 3-1 now for Betts. But, you can talk about expected stats and this, that, and the other. Are you putting up zeros? Are you giving your team a chance to win? And
he is.
Yeah. 3-1 now. The pitch to Betts. Upstairs, ball 4. Second walk of the inning. Third of the game for Woods Richardson. Betts aboard for Shohei Ohtani. Be a mound visit from Pete Mackey, the pitching coach of the Twins, before Ohtani can come to the plate. At AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce slim Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app, and let's play ball. AM/PM, too much good stuff. Ohtani, the lone strikeout victim for Simeon Woods Richardson so far. And the right-hander got him with a fastball at 96 miles per hour, up and in. Comes to the plate with the Dodgers down by 3 in the first third of this ball game. Bottom of the third inning, 2 outs. Mound visit complete. Now it's time to dance. Ohtani is dug in. And on the first pitch, he takes ball 1 well outside. So if you're Ohtani, you're putting Simeon Woods Richardson in the keyhole right now. He has been all over the zone, the spray pattern everywhere here in the third inning. So if it's not close to where you want it, there's no need to swing. And he swings through that one.
And there was no reason to swing at that. That's off the plate, up and in.
They're just trying to do too much. You can't tie the game with one swing here. That would have been ball 2. Instead, it's 1-1 after the whiff. Betts on first, 2 out. The 1-1 pitch. Ohtani swings and fouls it back, strike 2. That was a fastball that he could do damage with. Just underneath it. It was in the upper quadrant, splitting the plate, 93 miles per hour. And that's been part of the frustration for Ohtani. Even though he's been slugging the ball pretty consistently, the hits haven't been there because he says he's not hitting pitches that he normally gets to. I think that last one is a good example. Now behind 1-2. Woods Richardson Paints a fastball in the outside corner, called strike 3. He has punched the ticket of Ohtani twice. He strands Betts' 2-out walk and keeps it 3-0 Minnesota going to the 4th.
Shouldn't I be trusted when it comes to...
Be in the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
The Dodgers have had the loudest contact of the night. They don't change the scoreboard based on contact. 3-0 Minnesota, top of the 4th. Starts with a foul ball over the net off the bat of Matt Wallner. Yoshinobu Yamamoto facing 6, 7, and 8 for the Twins. Wallner 0 for 1 with a fly out. Last inning he was at the plate when Will Smith threw out Willie Castro. That's a ball from Yamamoto, evens the count. It's the 19th runner caught stealing this year by Will Smith, the most in the National League. There's 3 behind Carlos Narvaez of the Red Sox, the most in baseball. That's a curveball, knee buckler. It should have been called strike 2. Instead, it's called a ball. 2-1. It buckled Wallner's knees, and I think Doug Eddings as well, the home plate umpire. Swung on and popped up on the infield. And Miguel Rojas is there at third base tonight, but he's basically at shortstop to make the catch for out number 1.
Well, you can join us every night's a special night at Dodger Stadium. How about Roki Sasaki bobblehead night? August 4th, Cardinals are in town, and the first 40,000 fans in attendance will score a special Roki Sasaki bobblehead presented by Inaba. So for tickets and information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
All right. 1 out, base is empty. Royce Lewis to the plate. Chops the strike foul toward the Dodgers on deck circle. And Mo, we talk about Will Smith leading the National League in batting average by 30 points, leading the National League with runners caught stealing with 19, leading the National League in on-base percentage. 0-1 from Yamamoto. Runs inside on Lewis, 1-1. I think at a certain point, if you're going to have an MVP conversation in the National League like you are in the AL with Cal Raleigh, the catcher for the Mariners, along with Aaron Judge, swinging a foul ball, 1-2 now against Lewis, I think it's only right and fair that it happens in the NL with Will Smith. I get that Shohei, he is one of a kind, a two-way player. Lewis pokes one to left field. Conforto came in, now has to go back, and in front of the track he has the second out of the inning. But he has been, Will Smith that is, that consistent and that valuable on 2 sides of the ball as well.
Yeah, let me add another dimension on the value. Okay, we're talking about most valuable player?
Yes.
How about the fact that Will Smith in his catching? 16 different starting pitchers. He's had 35 different pitchers. There's a chance there's 2 more that have not seen action yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a strike on the outside corner to Bader.
That's an extra workload. Okay, learning the pitchers, calling what's hot, what's not. There's so many different things that take place, but the guy behind the plate is so important.
Strike 2 on Bader, a splitter at the knees. 2 outs, bases empty, Dodgers trail 3-0.
Start to think, we talked about it last night. Vasquez doing the catching tonight for the Twins. Last night it was Jeffers, but you get a guy behind the plate. If he hits at all from average wise or knocks in runs, that's an additional coup that we really have.
Splitter dives downstairs. Bader lays off the ball 1-2.
So never underrate the importance of a catcher, because I tell you what, if you don't have a good one, you're going to know about it.
The 1-2 pitch, cued foul, drops by the security benefit logo painted in front of the Twins dugout. So I just, he might be the first full-time catcher to win a batting title in the NL since Buster Posey did it in 2012. That year, Buster Posey won MVP because of all the other things that we're talking about that go into being an everyday catcher. On a 1-2 pitch, Bader shoots it into right field. That's another 2-strike hit for Minnesota. A 2-out single continues the 4th inning for the Twins.
By the way, when we talk about number of pitchers used, Dodgers with 35. New York Mets have used 38.
But like you said, Alexis Diaz and Edgardo Enriquez, they are active in the Dodger bullpen. They have not appeared this year, so it could be 37 pretty soon. Now Christian Vasquez, he's the one who is the most damage done tonight. Takes a ball outside. It was a 2-out, 2-strike, 2-run double from a catcher who is flailing offensively this year, batting a .182 coming into tonight. And Yamamoto scared off by the double, misses again, ball 2.
And he got that double knocked in both runs on a description that we very rarely ever use, a hanging splitter. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was. 2 balls, no strikes. Bader on first. 2 outs. The Dodgers down 3-0. Ball 3 to Christian Vasquez.
And coming up, pitch number 90 in the 4th inning.
A 3-0 to the number 9 hitter. Hey, there's a strike. 95 down the pike. Three and 1 on Vasquez. Top of the order on deck. The All-Star Buxton. Swung on and fouled away. Strike 2. And full count. 17 pitches in the first, 36 in the second, 20 in the third, now 18 in the fourth. Still one more out to get. Needs one more strike.
Well, this has not been an evening of
efficiency.
This has not been an evening of basically a clinic to find the strike zone.
Okay.
This has been a night to find a clinic to find the strike zone.
Let's pay things off. Yamamoto against Vasquez. A 3-2. Strike 3. 95 at the knees. Everybody knew it. That's strikeout number 6 for Yamamoto. Works around the 2-out base hit to Bader. Still 3-0 Minnesota in the middle of the fourth.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. And toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green. You are an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Well, the man we spent a lot of time talking about the last half inning will lead off for the Dodgers in the home half of the fourth. Will Smith. Minnesota 3, the Dodgers nothing. Feels like they're on the verge against Simeon Woods Richardson, just based on the quality of contact. Strike in off the plate, but Smith not deterred, digs back in quickly. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to right field his first trip in the first inning. Woods Richardson goes to the opposite side of the plate, misses. A ball and a strike now. Wind's blowing out toward right field. And we saw Smith go that direction yesterday for one of his 2 home runs. The 1-1 pitch. It hooks well outside. Nothing to do with that. Ball 2.
I did see something very encouraging this afternoon as you and I were watching the pregame workouts. Max Muncy had a full workout, both defensively and taking batting practice.
2-1 to Smith, his low, ball 3.
So he is getting closer and closer to that Scary situation. Turned out to be a very deep bone bruise. It could have been much, much worse.
And bone bruises aren't fun, but based on the looks of it when it happened, he thought it was a season ender. The 3-1 pitch to Smith. It is in the dirt, ball 4. A leadoff walk. Simeon Woods Richardson. His walk, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 Dodgers.
And this is the third inning in a row the Dodgers have had the leadoff man at board. And they have to put a run on the board soon.
And just to take it a step further, he's walked 4 of the last 8.
Yep.
Freddie Freeman steps in. He's 1 for 1 with a base hit. Here's the Freddie chants. The Dodgers down 3-0. Ball 1 outside from Woods Richardson. Does this make life easier or harder as a hitter when you see a pitcher struggling to find the zone like this?
Well, you've got to just kind of key it down a little bit and be patient.
That's outside, ball 2.
Well, and bullpen action for the Twins, because they're seeing the same thing that we are. To this particular point, Dodgers offense have not really taken advantage.
He's now below 50% strikes. 26 out of 53 pitches. That's downstairs, ball 3. I mean, look, if he wants to walk him loaded, just let him. I don't know if the Twins will let him, as you mentioned. There is activity in the bullpen. The pitch upstairs, ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. 2 Dodgers on to begin the 4th. Andy Pages coming to the plate.
It's the left-hander Colomb that is throwing, and he is working rapidly, and there's going to be another meeting of the mound to give the left-hander some extra time.
Pete Mackey, the pitching coach, not the manager Rocco Baldelli.
Bless you.
Thank you. You hit the cough button. Nobody heard that.
But the problem is you hit the cough button. It does not eliminate sneezes.
Mound visit is still ongoing. Just broken up now by the home plate umpire Doug Eddings. The Dodgers have Smith on second.
Wayne McDonald needs to put another button on this box over here.
Sneeze button
for sneezes.
Smith on second, Freeman on first after back-to-back walks, and this might be the last batter for Woods Richardson. It's a right-hander in Pages. You have the lefty Conforto on deck and a lefty warming in the bullpen.
Yeah, the Dodgers have back-to-back lefties. You just wonder if Dave Roberts told some guys maybe to get loose just in case.
Ball 1 in the dirt, not even close. So Coulomb has to get hot in a hurry. Because I think the hook is coming for Simeon Woods Richardson. Ties his career high with 5 walks after back-to-back free passes here in the 4th. A ball and no strikes on Andy Pages. He embodies the tying run for the Dodgers. Still a lot of ball game left, only in the 4th. 3 straight innings the Dodgers have had the leadoff man on. Haven't been able to do anything yet. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Looked like the changeup from Woods Richardson right in the heart of the plate. A ball and a strike, 2 on, nobody out. Now Pages pummels a ball, left field, it is gone, and we're tied. Andy Pages has gone deep in back-to-back games. He's up to 19 on the year. A 3-run blast. We got a new game.
The adventures for a pitcher when you're not throwing strikes and now you're trying to aim it and not walk the 3rd batter in this inning. And he paid the price. You talk about a hanger. There were fans jumping out of the stands to try and swing at that one. And Daniel's Jeweler, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond and your family jeweler since 1948. So visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet along with $50 off a $99 coupon. And if you're going to diagram a hanging breaking ball, that would be the poster child.
And that's all for Simeon Woods Richardson. It'll be Danny Coulombe out of the bullpen for Minnesota. The bases have been emptied by Andy Pages' game-tying home run. 3-3 in the bottom of the fourth. We'll be right back on the world champion Dodgers. Pitching change brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Danny Coulombe, 0.65 ERA in his 36 appearances. He's been a big part of the Twins bullpen. Left-hander will face a left-handed hitter, Michael Conforto. Game now tied at 3. First pitch, ball one low, 91 miles per hour.
And after that big blast, Dave Roberts does not have to go to the bench and think about, well, do we match up a right-hander against the left-hander if he happens to come into the ball game? Stay with the horses right now. New game, as you're mentioning.
No outs, bottom 4. Coulombe finds a strike at the top of the zone. Conforto is 0 for 1, grounded into a 3-6-1 double play back in the second inning.
I'll tell you what, I had to put my shoes back on. Tell you why in a moment.
On a 1-1 pitch, Conforto rolls it to second base. Scooped up off the dirt by Castro. Casual throw to first, one gone.
Here's the reason I say that, because there's an old saying is that you get a hanging curveball. I mean a hanger. Mm-hmm. It's like you jump out of your shoes to hit it. Well, there's a lot of people, even in the stands or even watching on television. I hope not driving the car. That was a hanger, and you come out of your shoes to hit it, and that's exactly what Pages did.
Now Ha-Seong Kim. One out, base is empty. 3-3. Scoreboard tied up thanks to Andy Pages' 3-run shot. Kim shows bunt, and he whiffs on it, strike one. See, now I asked Ha-Seong to do this his first trip up there with Freddie Freeman on third.
You have to speak a little louder.
I'll have a chat by the cage.
The problem was he's pulling off the ball. If he wants to take it with him, you have to go towards the pitcher to begin with, not towards first base.
Now he's swinging and missing. Quickly 0-2 for Ha-Seong Kim. So a rookie trying to make something happen, but seemingly in between how he wants to do that. The 0-2. And Kim's down on 3 pitches. Swings and misses for a strikeout. 2 gone in the inning. Miguel Rojas to the plate. The Dodgers now have 8 runs in this series. All of them have come via the long ball. So we talked about yesterday how the Twins have been one of the most home run reliant teams in baseball the last couple of months. Well, the Dodgers have been 100% reliant on them in this series. Strike one to Rojas.
This is the 13th inning the Dodgers have batted in this series. They have 5 home runs.
Rojas getting to see a lefty out of the bullpen. The pitch swung on and fouled away. Quickly 0-2. Rojas is half of his hits against left-handers have been extra base hits. And we have seen him take some talented lefties to the gaps, into the seats on an 0-2. He stays alive, fights off a pitch at 91 up and in. It's a little bit of a deceptive, not even a little bit. There's some deceptiveness from Coulombe. The lefty's got a bright blue glove, works on the third base side of the rubber. 3-3 game, bottom 4, 2 outs, nobody on. An 0-2 pitch. And Rojas swings and pops it back behind home plate. Vasquez running back toward the backstop, and he makes the catch right next to his on-deck circle. And so Coulomb comes out of the bullpen after Pages' 3-run blast tied the game, and he gets the next 3 Dodgers in order. But it is a new ball game. 3-3 going to...
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till it thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green. You are an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Top of the order for the Twins in the top of the 5th inning. The Dodgers just tied it at 3 thanks to Andy Pages' 19th home run. So Yoshinobu Yamamoto off the hook for an L. He's back on the mound, though, and gets a ground ball to Freddie Freeman, snares it on a short hop, and he steps on the bag all by himself. That got on Freddie in a hurry, but he dropped down to a knee to field that low liner and record the first out.
No, he's not the guy to hit it to if you're expecting to get on base.
1 pitch, 1 out for Yamamoto in the top of the 5th. He's at 93 pitches as he welcomes Ryan Jeffers to the plate. The DH is 0 for 2. First pitch, a splitter, just misses, rolling away. Activity for the Dodgers in the bullpen. Ben Kasparius. Looks like the Dodgers are going to need some multi-innings. So Kasparius just the guy to get hot. There's a strike from Yamamoto. Goes to the splitter. This time he lands it at the bottom of the zone. On a 1-1, Jeffers fouls one away and to the field level seats behind home plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Dodgers took advantage of Simeon Woods Richardson and his career high tying 5 walks. On a 1-2, strike 3 swinging. Yamamoto beats Jeffers with the fastball, and that has been the money pitch tonight for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. That's 7 strikeouts, now 2 gone in the 5th. You know, we'll say this for Yamamoto, Mo. We talked about the inefficiency tonight. It hasn't had a feel, a command, especially with the splitter. But he's trying to fight his way through 5 full. Curveball downstairs. That's a ball on Willie Castro.
Yeah, the splitter has really been a big pitch for him, but for whatever reason, he just has not been able to dial in consistently tonight at all.
Swung on and fouled away to the left side. 1-1 for Castro. That was pitch 99 from Yamamoto. Now just trying to get him through the 5th. Steps back into his windup. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Another good heater at 94. You know, with all that he has to offer in his arsenal, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, I think hitters, they're surprised how quickly the heater gets on them because they're kind of protecting against the splitter, being mindful of the
velocity is a whole lot different than reality.
A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch 1-0-1. Strike 3 swinging. Got him with the splitter. It was a little elevated, but Castro couldn't catch up. Back-to-back Ks. In a 1-2-3 5th, 8 punch-outs for Yamamoto. We're tied.
any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Got another Twins pitching change before the bottom of the fifth. Dodgers and Twins tied at 3. It's old friend Brock Stewart taking the mound for Minnesota to face James Outman. Swing and a miss, strike one. Pitching change brought to you by Navien, HVAC, and water heater products. Well, James Outman is 0 for 1, and the luck didn't come any tougher than back in the third inning with Rojas on first base. It was hit on the screws, but right at Ty France, a line out, ending in a double play. Here's the 0-1, and Outman checks his swing, but has strike two called against him anyway on the outside corner. If you're James Outman, though, Mo, after what happened in the third, I know it's a different pitcher out there, but don't change a thing.
No, and you have to take it from a positive standpoint, especially when you're trying to get back into the playing role.
Behind 0-2, Stewart deals. Outman takes down and in, ball one.
I think you really have to look at the bats and like check off some boxes. Did you see the ball? Well, check. Did you feel comfortable that it was a strike? Check. Did you like the swing? Check. Well, other than a glove, it would have been a base hit.
Check swing. Oh, they say fouled into the glove of Vasquez. So some more tough luck for James Outman. It was 97 up and in from Stewart. It would have been a ball had his bat not gotten in the way. So a strikeout for Stewart, one gone in the inning, and that turns the lineup over. Mookie Betts digs in. Stewart kicks and fires and misses outside, ball one. Mookie 0 for 1 with a walk. Average at 240 on the year. In a career worst year offensively. Trying to spark things back in the leadoff spot. The 1-0 pitch. Mookie swings and pops it up. Shallow right field. Going back from second, Castro. Coming in is Wallner. Castro makes the play over the shoulder for the second out.
Well, you can come join us at Dodger Stadium anytime, but how about August 5th? Well, it's Hello Kitty night. Cardinals are in town. The first 40,000 fans in attendance are going to take home a unique Dodger-themed Hello Kitty crossbody bag. So come out and visit us. Dodgers.com/promotion for more info.
Now Shohei Ohtani, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Struck out in each of his last 5 plate appearances. Swing and a miss. Strike one. A fastball in the inner third at 97 from Stewart.
Well, that's kind of a corkscrew swing right there, where you're just kind of spinning around on the backside.
0-1 the count, 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike two. Pulling off it again.
Yeah, and that's 98 down the middle.
He's basically down the first base line with some of these swings, Mo, and it's hard to criticize him because, again, he's Shohei Ohtani and he's terrific and he's still slugging the heck out of the ball.
He's still trying to get the swing together, and you can see him fighting it.
On the 0-2 pitch, Ohtani swings and fouls it away on the left side. He was jammed with that fastball at 97, but he will see at least one more pitch. He has homered in 3 straight games. Never in his career has Shohei Ohtani hit a home run in 4 consecutive games. The pitch. Foul back, 98. So Stewart staying with the hard stuff. Ohtani checks on Vasquez, the catcher, who wore that foul ball.
That was 98, came inside too.
And that got the mask. Tied at 3, bottom 5. Another 0-2 pitch from Brock Stewart. That spikes in front of the plate. Finally went away from the four-seam fastball.
It came up and got the home plate umpire. That was strange because looking at Vasquez, the catcher, his target was not only outside by a foot. His target was about 4 inches above the ground level.
A 1-2 pitch. Fly ball right to center field. Ohtani didn't get all of this one. Buxton Drifts over to his left and makes the catch. Well in front of the warning track for the final out of the third inning. So Brock Stewart, the former Dodger, sends the Dodgers down in order in the fifth.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at Yamava.com.
Pitching change for the Dodgers brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. Ben Kasparias relieves Yoshinobu Yamamoto before the top of the sixth. Dodgers and Twins tied at 3. Kasparias facing Carlos Correa and starting off with ball 1 low and away. It has been a tough month and a half for Ben Kasparias. His ERA around 8 since early June. On the season, 4.64. Comes home and has a strike at the knees, evening the count against Correa 1-1. This is the 30th appearance of Kasparias' rookie season. Yep, still qualifies as a rookie. A breaking ball outside, check swing. The Dodgers appeal but lose. Correa held up on ball 2.
Kasparias has really had difficulty in the mid part of lineups numbers 3, 4, and 5.
And that is where we are.
354.
Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. That's where we are in the Minnesota lineup. A cleanup spot with Correa. That's ball 3 low and outside. And if you're Ben Kasparias, last thing you want to do is come out of the bullpen and walk the leadoff batter. And on a 3-1. That's outside. Ball 4. Leadoff walk. Now, since June 7th, 25 innings, 6 walks, and 6 home runs as well. And just 16 strikeouts. The strikeout per 9 rate has been cut in half since June 7th for Kasparias. Go-ahead run on for Minnesota to start the 6th. Now Ty France, the batter. Swings at the first pitch and fouls away a strike. And so the Dodgers experiment trying to stretch Kasparias out into a starter. It didn't work. It did not take. But credit to the youngster for just doing what the team needed. Everybody was hurt. And nobody was effective otherwise, seemingly. Kasparias misses down in the dirt, 1-1 on France. But Kasparias answered the call, whatever that was. Starting a game, bulk guy, high leverage righty in the back end. The 1-1. That's hit hard to left field. That's down for a hit and toward the corner. Conforto over to cut it off. It goes to the base of the wall. Stop sign held up at third for Correa. It's a stand-up double for Ty France. After the leadoff walk, 2 Twins on to begin the 6th. And Kasparias' struggles apparently continue.
And that was a breaking ball right down the middle.
Two in scoring position for Matt Wallner against Ben Kasparias. Out of the stretch, the first pitch is inside ball 1. And this is where the struggles really amplify for Kasparias with men on base. With nobody on, opponents batting just .218. So that's why the walk really hurts, because it puts him into the stretch. And with men on base, opponents hitting .311 coming into tonight. And obviously that average just went up after the double. Strike called off the plate. Level count, 1-1 on Wallner. 2 on, nobody out in the 6th. Game tied at 3. The pitch way outside. Will Smith just stuck a go-go gadget arm up and away to snare it. Otherwise, Carlos Correa's coming home to score. Will Smith wanted it up, not that far up. That was an 8-foot-high fastball, 2-1. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, ball 3. First base is open, nobody out. And some stirring now in the Dodger bullpen because Ben Kasparius is struggling to start his night.
Yep.
I mean, just 4 strikes his first 12 pitches. 3-1. In the dirt, ball 4.
And not close.
Jeez. Mark Pryor out of the top step of the dugout. He'll come out for a mound visit, and understandably so. Walk, double, walk, bases loaded, nobody out for the Twins. You know, when Kasparius was seemingly cruising for the first couple months of this year, Mo, we're talking about him as the potential Rookie of the Year in the National League, and there was just so much confidence. He was oozing off of him. He's such a lovable kid. His amazing family. He's cut from the right stuff, and everybody in that clubhouse loves him. But this is what happens in baseball, and he's finding it out now in his first full season.
But I think the transition was made earlier on. Yes, the nice guy you're talking about. He put on a different suit when he got on the mound. He was aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
We're not seeing that same suit being worn, and I think a lot of it is because, you touched upon it, is the confidence. He doesn't feel confident that he can go ahead and challenge the hitters and trust all of his different pitches. I got you.
Yeah, amen. I'm with you on that. The game was slow for him for a while. It sped up on him the last month and a half. Bases loaded, nobody out. Royce Lewis, dangerous hitter up there from Minnesota. First pitch after the mound visit is a ball inside.
And Lewis, in his career, bases loaded. Now, it's only 24 at-bats in the young part of his career, but a 500 hitter.
He's unbelievable. 5 grand slams in 24 ABs with the bases loaded. The pitch. That's upstairs. Breaking ball slips out of the hand, and Lewis turned out of the way, lost his helmet. It wasn't close, but heading that direction, you can understand a hitter. You got a split second to make a call, protect yourself, and he did. Game tied at 3. Can Ben Kasparius hold it that way? Dodgers are on the horn. Alexis Diaz is up in the bullpen. Mark Pryor is on the phone in the Dodger dugout. Just 4 strikes the first 15 pitches for Ben Kasparius. 2-0 on Royce Lewis here in the top of the 6th. The pitch. Upstairs, ball 3.
This is resembling the old TV show.
This is tough. This is tough.
You know, is home plate behind curtain number 1, curtain number 2, or curtain number 3?
Because Alexis Diaz isn't ready yet. Kasparius, the 3-0. Upstairs, ball 4, bases loaded walk. And Kasparius is calling to the dugout. He reached down to his right leg. He's calling for the trainer. He's kicking out his right leg. A bases loaded walk has just given Minnesota a 4-3 lead. Yosuke Nakajima is going to run out there. Ben Kasparius, after that pitch, called for a trainer. And he's now massaging his right calf and knee area. That is his push-off leg, so his back leg.
And, Steven, I just wonder if that was something that had been bothering him. And if it was, he should have brought it to someone's attention sooner.
Before loading the bases and then bringing home a run with a walk. He's trying to tough it out. You can understand and appreciate the rookie trying to fight. He is limping off the mound. He's being removed from the game with an injury officially. So that means Alexis Diaz will have time coming out of the bullpen to warm up on the mound at Dodger Stadium. The problem is Minnesota still has the bases loaded and nobody out. They just took a 4-3 lead on a bases loaded walk. We'll be right back on the Dodgers Audio Network.
At UCLA.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of, our mother. So that's what Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
It is the Dodger debut of Alexis Diaz, the right-hander acquired by LA in a trade with Cincinnati back on May 29th. He was called up earlier, but never got into a game. So he is now the 36th different Dodger pitcher here in 2025, and it is not a long runway for him. He inherits the bases loaded, nobody out in the top of the sixth. The Twins now lead 4-3 after Ben Kasparius walked Royce Lewis with the bases loaded. Harrison Bader, the batter. Diaz with a breaking ball, not even close. Ball one.
And Bader, 55 previous at-bats, bases loaded in his career. 309 hitter, one career grand slam.
Diaz out of the stretch, first base side. Swinging a tapper to the left side, charging in Rojas at third. Bare hand throw across his body. Freeman with a stretch, in time to get him. Now the Twins do get a run on the play, but that is beautiful glove work from Rojas on one hand and Freddie Freeman the stretch at the other.
I'll tell you what, that took on both ends of it, and Bader just really a bad swing. And a bare hand pickup in one motion. Grab the ball, throw the ball, and Freeman catches the ball. Most of the time that's going to be an infield single, but a good play, and at least they get the one out. Now the infield has to come in tightly.
Second and third, one out. Vasquez is the batter. Byron Buxton is on deck. And as Mo mentioned, the infield is in. First pitch, strike one, 94 down the pipe to Vasquez. He's 1 for 2 with the 2-run double and a strikeout. Dodgers now trail 5-3, top of the sixth, here in Dodger Stadium. That's a base hit to left field. Christian Vasquez brings in a run home. Royce Lewis held up at third. A third RBI for Christian Vasquez. 6-3 Minnesota.
Well, with his 182 batting average coming in at tonight's ball game, it's not really scary stuff. It was a ball inside, actually off the plate inside.
3 consecutive run-scoring plays, and the Dodgers now trail by 3. 6-3 Twins at the corners with one out. I mean, it's baseball, man. That's just it. Here's Byron Buxton. This is trouble. Swing and a miss. Strike one. And I say that because Byron Buxton, Mo, since June 10th, leads Major League Baseball in runs and leads the American League in OPS and homers. Yeah, the same league that has Aaron Judge and Cal Raleigh. The 0-1, Buxton pulls the hands back of a ball inside.
You see him get jammed and popped it up. Well, you say, well, what about the ground ball to double play? Well, Buxton runs very well.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to double him up.
Infield back shifted over to the left. Buxton swings and fouls it over the net. That's 1-2 now for Diaz.
And that pitch is away and looked like Buxton was trying to hit it through that big gap on the infield of right side.
Three runs, all charged to Ben Kasparius, who didn't record an out before leaving with an injury. Breaking ball way outside. Smith shoots over to his right into the left-handed batter's box to keep it in front. Lewis on third. Vasquez on first. One down in the sixth. Here's the pitch. Hit hard, and Lewis has to spin out of the way on the third base line. That's a foul ball. Still 2-2. And we talked about how Lewis has had such bad luck with injuries. And that ball was hit off the bat, and I'm thinking, oh no, is that going to hit Royce Lewis? That's the way his career has gone. He had to hit the deck and spin around.
And that's why you lead off in foul territory. At least if the ball hits you, it's just a foul ball. If you're in fair territory, you're out. It's a base hit for the hitter.
On a 2-2, Buxton checks his swing on a breaking ball low and away. The Dodgers aren't going to win that appeal. Full count. Alexis Diaz, former All-Star, back in 2023, had 37 saves that year for Cincinnati. Pitched in 71 games. Now in his first as a Dodger. The 3-2. Buxton strikes out swinging. That's a big feather in Diaz's Dodger cap.
Well,
Two gone.
That was also the 7th different 3-2 count tonight. Yamamoto had 6 of those.
One more out to get. At the corners, 2 out. 6-3 Minnesota. Ryan Jeffers is the batter. 8th Twin to bat this inning. Takes ball 1 low and in. The pitch hit high in the air to left field, but playable for Conforto. He's camped out there, and he makes the catch, and that ends the inning. But the damage was done. Ben Kasparius loaded the bases, then walked in a run. The Twins added 2 more. They take a 6-3 lead.
Home of Los Angeles Dodgers baseball.
Pause 10 seconds for Station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Well, the Dodgers already battled back from 1 3-run deficit tonight. Can they do it again? 6-3 Minnesota. And Louis Varland starts off his night with strike 1 to Will Smith, a fastball at 98. Here's the pitch. Low and outside. That's a ball. Smith 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. He has reached in 13 of his last 14 games. He's reached safely in 66 of 79 games this year. Ground ball, left side, diving stop by Correa. Short, he's up and throwing, but it's wide, and Smith is going to be safe. That was a Superman dive from Correa towards shallow left field. Up quickly, but his throw off the mark, and Smith was hustling, so Smith aboard to lead things off.
Well, he made that leap into the air. I didn't even see him come out of the phone booth. So an infield single for the Dodgers.
Smith on for Freddie Freeman. Dodgers down 6-3, bottom of the 6th inning here in game 2 of 3 against Minnesota. The pitch. Strike one swinging. Freddie Freeman was looking for something else there. Oh, 0-1. Varland out of the stretch. Pulls the ball inside. A ball and a strike. That was at 99.
Let's hit the outfield for the Twins. They're pretty regular in left and right as far as the depth. Buxton plays a little extra deep center field.
On a 1-1 pitch, Freeman shoots it to left field, slicing away from Bader, but he runs it down. Opposite field line out for Freddie Freeman, the type of out, if he's going to record one, he generally prefers. Bader well positioned and ran it down. That's out number 1. Andy Pages showing signs of heating up again. He has gone deep in back-to-back games. Homered his last time up. That was in the 4th. Tied the game at 3. Smith on first, one out. Strike one from Varland. The last 15 home runs from Andy Pages have been hit here at Dodger Stadium. He hasn't hit a road homer in nearly 3 full months, if you can believe that. Varland, third base side, kicks and deals. Pages fouls strike 2 into the net.
Hey, if you say it, I believe it.
Well, be careful with that. Hardworking Chevy Silverado, built on a legacy of long-lasting dependability. See your Southern California Chevy dealer today or shop now at SoCalChevy.com. Pages behind with 2 strikes. And Varland has strike 3. 99 at the knees. Pages talking with Doug Eddings. A pleasant conversation because Eddings was spot on there. That was certainly in the zone. So after the leadoff base hit, Varland has gotten the next 2 Dodgers. It'll be up to Michael Conforto to continue the 6th. Twins 6, Dodgers 3. 2 outs and a runner on first. The pitch. Conforto shoots it to left field. Bader on the run toward the line. Not going to get this one. That's a fair ball. Oh, and some tough luck for the Dodgers. And Michael Conforto again. It sliced away from the line, went over the seats, and then ramped back into the field of play. So an automatic double, ground rule double. And Smith has to hold at third because of that.
Yep. If it stays in play, Dodgers will cash in a run. It just goes over that low wall.
Wow. I mean, for Michael Conforto, I don't know that I've seen anything like it. When he hits it hard, it's an out. When he hits it perfect, the Dodgers lose a run. Ha-Seong Kim to right center field, a base hit. Smith scores. Conforto wheeling around. 2 runs on 1 swing for Ha-Seong Kim. It's now a 1-run game. 6-5.
That swing that Kim's had tonight after grounding out to first and then striking out swinging. Not really swinging the bat particularly well, but he went down. That ball right at the kneecap, a little bit below.
So Ha-Seong Kim told Michael Conforto, I got you. Jumped on the first pitch. And he's the tying run on base for Miguel Rojas.
Well, now does he take off at some point? Maybe not this pitch.
I think Varland is thinking the same thing. He just stepped off the back of the mound, peering over his front left shoulder out of the stretch. Ball 1 low and outside as Kim stayed. Couple of 2-out runs for the Dodgers. That makes sense. They're the best 2-out offense in Major League Baseball. 6-5 now, Minnesota on top. The pitch. Kim's running for second. He slides in, and he is safe. He remains perfect on the base pass. 12 for 12 at the Major League level.
Just a matter of time. Picking a pitch. So he was off and running on the second one.
tying run in scoring position. A ball and a strike on Miguel Rojas. Ball 2, low and away. We discussed how well Rojas has been swinging it of late. He's got his OPS above 730 entering tonight. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. On a 2-1 pitch, Rojas holds the trigger, and Varland gets a generous strike 2 call. Rojas upset. He walks out of the batter's box, and he's barking at Doug Eddings. And now the Dodger dugout barking as well.
Ball's down and away.
Now Rojas has to refocus. 2-2, the pitch. Strike 3, 99 on the outside corner, and Rojas swings the bat toward his on-deck circle, and Doug Eddings is telling the Dodger dugout to stop their talking. But
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Let's see what D-Rose. Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly
cheesesteaks. Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich. Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Motors broadcast booth on your official home of Los Angeles Dodgers baseball.
Will Klein takes the ball for the Dodgers, top of the 7th. A 1-run game. Twins 6 and the Dodgers 5. First pitch nearly hits Willie Castro inside with 98, ball 1. Ninth appearance for Klein as a Dodger. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. And we see Klein, he's got that upper 90s four-seam fastball. His last appearance, he didn't trust it in a big spot against the Brewers. Pulls the four-seamer inside, 2-1 now on Castro. And went to the cutter and gave up a pivotal tie-breaking knock. Isaac Collins, a wave and a miss. There's the cutter, 2-2. The Dodger bullpen activity the last couple of days. Lou Trevino DFA'd yesterday. Edgardo Enriquez called up today. Tanner Scott to the injured list. And Alexis Diaz up. And then Ben Kasparius left the game with an injury. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good breaker from Will Klein for the first out of the 7th. And Somo, that begs the question. Is Blake Trinan going to come back sooner than expected?
Well, maybe sooner than some had expected, but Dave Roberts saying again the last couple of days, look, they're not going to sacrifice the chance of re-injuring. He said, look, we want him to keep on track. He's close.
Swinging a foul ball back, a strike on Carlos Correa. Fastball atop the zone at 98. Correa has scored twice tonight after an infield single and a walk. This was a strikeout sandwich between them. Klein's 0-1. Check swing. Did he go? No is the answer. It was a late appeal.
Klein has done is he's shut down the long ball, not giving up a home run in the last 17 innings that he has worked.
Correa steps out. This gives himself more time to hear more boos here at Dodger Stadium, the former Astro. The 1-1 swung on and tap foul on the third base side. Casparis, I know he's struggled the last month and a half, but a tough blow in terms of a bulk-ish pitcher in the Dodger pen. He's a multi-inning guy for sure. And tonight he came in, didn't record an out. The 1-2 from Klein. Correa swings and slashed it foul down the first base side into the Lowe's level seats.
It did appear to be injured, Casparis, as he was, right after he threw that last pitch, appeared the left leg, not received any word. Hopefully it's just a cramp. That will go away.
Late time call. Ball came into the field of play. I'm not sure if that came from the Minnesota bullpen or from the stands, because it was a Correa foul ball. If it's the latter, then that's brutal from the Dodger fan, and they're clapping him for him in the Lowe's level, but that's clown behavior. Ball 2 downstairs.
Well, not only that behavior is also dangerous.
That's an all-encompassing adjective.
There's no reason for that.
On a 2-2 pitch, Correa takes outside, full count. I understand the emotions that come with seeing the former Astros here at Dodger Stadium. I get it. That does not mean you throw a baseball out with the Dodgers on the field. Anybody on the field. It's an idiot. A 3-2 now. Well outside, ball 4, and Correa has drawn his second walk of the night. He's on for a third time. And they have people applauding that. One on, one out in the top of the 7th. The Dodgers trail 6-5. Ty France digging in. This inning brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. First pitch, up and away. Ball 1 from Klein. And Mo, here we are talking about another Dodger who struggled to find the strike zone. That's what we discussed with Yoshinobu Yamamoto, certainly with Ben Casparis. Not as much with Diaz, but here with Klein. Just 6 out of 13 pitches for strikes. And there's another ball upstairs, not even close.
Just as a quick note, that I looked up, there's only 14 relievers in baseball that have walked a higher percentage of batters this month than Klein.
You can see why the Dodgers brought him to the organization. There's something there in that right arm, but command is not part of it right now.
Well,
Ball
you
3
can throw
upstairs.
through a brick wall, but you have to be able to find the brick wall.
That's well said. It's well said.
I thought it was rather succinct.
It was great. I loved it. 3-0 on France. 4-pitch walk. I mean, you can feel, and you certainly can see Dave Roberts' blood boiling as he watches from the top step, because you just fell down 3. Your offense picks your pitching staff up. They scored 2 to punch back. They can't do this all night.
No, and this is, again, a couple of times we mentioned it already tonight. This is where you really become vulnerable as a pitcher, because the hitter understands, okay, he's just walked the first 2 guys in front of me. Now, what's the mindset of Wallner, who's going to be the hitter? I would imagine he's going to be looking for one little zone. It may be about the size of a softball. Well, where does he hit the ball best? Well, if it's not in that zone, I would assume he's going to take it.
Edgardo Enriquez is now up and just starting the throw in the left field bullpen for the Dodgers. 6-5, top of the 7th, first and second after back-to-back walks from Klein with 1 out. Matt Wallner, who is a slugger, steps in, takes the first pitch. Ball 1 upstairs. Klein out of the stretch. Ball 2 upstairs. Sorry, forget my laugh. I just heard a kid Throw, strikes. Sorry. Locking in for this 2-0 pitch. Ball 3 upstairs.
Yep. They'll cue up the kid again.
This is a home game, too. 10 straight balls from Will Klein. Strike one. And a cheer from the ravine. Two on, one out. 3 balls and a strike. The pitch. Ball 4 upstairs.
Not close.
He has walked the bases loaded. I mean, this is brutal. Brutal. In the 6th inning, Kasparius walk, double, walk. 3 runs scored. Klein, strikeout, walk. Bases loaded for Royce Lewis, who hits .500 with 5 grand slams in his career with the bases loaded. Pitching change. Dave Roberts has seen enough. So have we. We'll be right back on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
Hope. It's more than a word. It's a breakthrough in the making. At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, with teams of experts working together to personalize a treatment plan right down to your DNA.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it, but as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
Pitcher. The Dodgers trail the New York Mets by 1 for the most pitchers used in the majors this year. And like Alexis Diaz, he has to make his Dodger debut, 2025 debut, in Enriquez's case, with the bases loaded. 6-5 Twins, top of the 7th. They're loaded with 1 out. The infield is drawn in. Royce Lewis, he drew a bases-loaded walk in the 6th, up again with the bases loaded in the 7th. The first pitch, Enriquez. Oh my gosh, that's way outside. Will Smith just saved a run. Left-handed batter's box in the dirt. Lewis in his career with the bases loaded, 12 for 24, 5 grand slams. So he's comfortable in this spot. The 1-0 pitch. Check swing tapper to the right side. Fielded by Enriquez, and he takes his time, and he throws it into right field. It's all the way to the corner. That empties the bases. I don't know what Enriquez was doing. It was a tapper 30 feet up the first base line, and he took his time getting over there, uncertain if he wanted to go home or to first. By the time he made the decision to go to first, he threw it to Andy Pages. 3-run score, and the Dodgers trail 9-5.
Well, he went down with just the glove to begin with, instead of going down to make absolutely certain that you pick the ball up, and then you throw it all the way down against the right field wall to the left of the foul pole.
Lewis is on third, still 1 out. Infield still in. The Dodgers down 4. Ball 1 to Harrison Bader. An abysmal night for the Dodger pitching staff, especially out of the bullpen. On the 1-0, Bader ropes it foul. Third base side, a ball and a strike. The pitch, swung on, popped up, back behind home plate. That's strike 2. So E1 and 1 RBI for Lewis on the play. He has driven in 3 tonight, and the Dodgers have gifted him 2 of those RBIs.
The bottom three in the lineup for the Minnesota Twins have knocked in 7 runs.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 going in the 7th.
Well, the way that play unfolded, 7th inning stretch, take me out to the ball game. Might as well play with clapping music.
Or just
return of Benny Hill.
Fly ball pushed to right field off the bat of Christian Vasquez. Pages back toward the track. 15 feet in front of it, he makes the catch. But the Dodger bullpen extends the deficit. 9-5 Minnesota as we stretch and collect ourselves.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes. So Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's pop car.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards.
That's awesome.
Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
The Twins scored 3 runs on no hits in the top of the 7th. They've scored 3 in back-to-back innings. They lead the Dodgers 9-5. Griffin Jacks, one of the best relievers in the American League and a potential trade chip for Minnesota ahead of the deadline, takes the ball for the bottom of the 7th, facing James Outman. First pitch is a strike, 92 with some arm side sink. The 0-1 from Jacks. Outside. Wallner out of the game in right field. It's Deshaun Kiersey Jr. now out there. Strike 2 called on Outman. Pitch below the zone. Doug Eddings makes Outman turn his head in curiosity. Inning brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Outman 0 for 2, a double play and a strikeout tonight. The pitch. Inside, check swing.
Hit him.
And it hit him. All right, so Outman aboard to lead off the 7th.
Right now, the Dodgers will take it any way they can to get base runners. Hit the left foot, the back foot.
Outman did his job at the 9th spot, got on for Mookie Betts. Dodgers down by 4. They need base runners. The ball outside, a fastball at 97 from Jacks to Betts. Mookie 0 for 2 with a walk in this game. He's reached in all 3 since being put back into the leadoff spot. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. To the off speed, low and outside, and of course away is the cold zone for Mookie. And more than half of the pitches he has seen this year have been away. The 1-1. Ground ball, shortstop. Correa fields it, steps on the bag, and he's going to take one. It's a jump over a sliding outman. So Betts on after fielder's choice.
And Steve, a good point when you talk about, for Betts has had difficulty away. Well, simply they don't want to throw the ball inside because of very high batting average on the ball in the middle third of the plate in. That's a pitch he handles much better than the one that's away.
Let's see if Ohtani can put together a better at bat. He's had 3 pretty bad ones tonight. He struck out twice and then flew out to center field. He knows the Dodgers need base runners, trailing 9-5. Grounds the first pitch just foul down the first base line. France dove toward the line, and it just missed, being an extra base hit for Ohtani.
By the way, it's going to be Shohei Ohtani World Champion Ring Night, win August 6th. Cardinals are in first. 40,000 fans in attendance will have a special Shohei Ohtani World Champion Ring. So celebrate your 24 champions. Come out, join us. Dodgers.com/promotions.
The pitch. Jax misses down and in. A ball and a strike for Shohei. On this 1-1 from Jax, Ohtani swings through a high fastball at 97, strike 2, and that pitch was comfortably out of the zone. So once again, Ohtani with one of those swings trying to put a ball to the moon when the team is trailing by 4. Bases loaded, get it. They're not. The 1-2 now. Ball and in. Two balls, 2 strikes. One on, one out, and now the 2-2. Hook foul. It's hit a mile, but into the upper deck, about 150 feet foul of the pole.
The people up there, I'll guarantee you, nobody had the thought tonight that they were going to get a foul ball all the way up there.
No, but somebody's happy.
Maybe if one fell out of an airplane.
Another 2-2. Ohtani rolls it to the right side. Castro backhand shuffle to second. And again, the Twins only get 1. So back-to-back choices made by fielders. Outman reached to lead off. Betts replaced him, and now Ohtani replaces Betts.
Number 16, Will Smith.
Will Smith will step in. 1 for 2 for the walk. 2 runs scored. Swung on and fouled away. Strike 1. A lot of crooked numbers. Minnesota scored 3 in the second, 3 in the sixth, 3 in the seventh. The Dodgers 3 in the fourth, 2 in the sixth. Now Hunting runs in the 7th. 2 outs and a runner on first. Smith swings through. Strike 2. Good sweeper from Griffin Jax. Again, along with Yohan Duran, the closer of the Twins. Jax is hearing his name discussed in trade circles. The deadline rapidly approaching, less than 2 weeks away.
Yep, and the rumor mill is going to get hotter and hotter over the next few days.
Jax ahead of Smith, 0-2. Bounces a ball in the dirt, left-handed batter's box. And people are making the joke, but really half kidding, if not less. The Dodgers shouldn't let Jax and or Duran get back on a plane following tomorrow in the series finale. Dodgers trail 9-5, bottom of the 7th. Ohtani on first base. 2 down and 2 strikes on Smith. On a 1-2 pitch, Smith stays alive with a foul ball. If you're joining the action late, I would suggest avoiding the box score or the play-by-play, unless you would like your mood ruined. Dodgers with 2 more errors tonight. They have a dozen here in the month of July, Mo. Am I mistaken?
That's correct.
That's ungood. Another 1-2. And Smith takes outside, ball 2. Fastball at 97, a foot away. 2 more errors, 7 walks, and 9 runs allowed. The 2-2 pitch. Smith is jammed. He hits it in the air. First base side, drifting toward the net and over the net, out of play. Smith battling, another 2-2. And he strikes out swinging. Dipped down below the zone, and Smith could not catch up to it. So the Dodgers strand a runner. We go to the 8th.
Talk to me. Talk
this
to
is
me.
called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bach beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
Well, if you look at the infield, they just came out and put, Diamond Dry everywhere except where McKinstry needed it right here.
Wonder when he realized he broke his chain. With an all-star bonus, he can get a new one.
I don't know what is causing this, but we have seen more bats leave players' hands at the plate this year than I ever remember.
Line shot. Got a chance. They counted it, though. They did.
Dodgers baseball continues on a
top of the order at the plate. Edgardo Enriquez back out there. Ball 1 inside on Buxton, 99. And so again, Mo, you brought it up earlier. We've seen some flamethrowers come out of the bullpen tonight, a couple of them. If you're not near the zone, I don't care what the radar gun says.
No.
That one is not near the zone, skips underneath the Smith glove, goes to the backstop ball,
back-to-back pitches, both here at 99 miles an hour. And collectively, you add up how much they missed the plate. Collectively, those 2 pitches, about 3.5 feet.
.20 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Mookie Betts with a backhand stab on a hop. He throws to Freddie Freeman. 1 gone in the 8th. Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo, celebrating 20 years of good times. You having a good time tonight, Mo?
Almost. No, you know what? Even a bad night at the ballpark is a good night.
Oh, 1,000%. Ball one upstairs, 100-mile-per-hour fastball to Ryan Jeffers.
I've said this all the time. You come to the stadium, especially this one. I've been here since early age. It's just an escape, if you will.
It's a cathedral. Swung on and grounded to third. Rojas toward the line, drops to a knee to field it, and then throws it to Freddie Freeman. Two gone.
But I've said the wonderful thing about coming to Dodger Stadium is that you can leave reality at the gate when you walk in. Unfortunately, they hand it back to you on the way out.
You can only escape it for so long.
And, I've tried leaving it in the car, checking it at the gate.
What is it? That's like you say, a fielder comes into the game, the ball finds you, reality finds you. Huh? Bases empty, 2 out. Swing and a miss, strike one. 101-mile-per-hour fastball to Willie Castro. Another sloppy night of baseball played by the Dodgers. It's been a theme here in the month of July. The pitch swung on and popped up. Third base side, Rojas drifting back, 5 feet onto the grass. That's out number 3, a 1-2-3 inning for Edgardo Enriquez in the 8th. The Dodgers remain down 9-5.
LA's best.
If you want a Cy Young, 73, 5, and 6, I've got an extra 5. And then it says, has worked as a TV commentator. And I did start back in 1978. I did the Yankees and the Red Sox playing the one-game playoff. And ABC said if the Yankees win, Reggie will play, and then you'll go broadcast with Howard Cosell and Keith Jackson. And that's how I started my broadcast. And that's the Bucky Dent home run. So every time I see Bucky Dent, I go, thank you for making me a broadcaster.
Brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. Anthony Mashevitz, a left-hander, takes the ball for the bottom of the 8th. He'll face Freddie Freeman, Andy Pages, and then Michael Conforto's spot in the order. First pitch of the inning. Freeman tries to check up. He cannot. He went around. Freddie's 1 for 2. A base hit, a walk, and then a line out to left field. So I would say Freddie, all in all, probably pleased with his offensive evening so far. 0-1, sprayed foul. Top deck to our left. That's strike 2. On an 0-2 pitch. Mashevitz bounces the ball outside, then immediately looked at his left pitching hand. He's checking his nails or blister or something.
Yeah, he looked like he was checking the inside of his left thumb.
Fires a 1-2 and misses away. Count squares up, and once again he's kind of shaking out that left hand and rubbing it on the top of his left thigh. It's his plant side as a lefty. The 2-2 pitch. That's outside again, and again looking at the pitching hand. I mean, I'm looking at the Twins dugout.
Well, he's looking at that, and at the same time, then he rubs his left thumb that he's been looking at inside the belt buckle or inside of his pants, right at the belt buckle. I'm not suggesting anything.
3-2 upstairs, ball 4, and
but
again,
there he goes again, doing the same thing.
Goes to the belt buckle. This is very odd to me, Mo. What do you think?
Well, we all fall into patterns of doing things. I think that's just habit more than anything else. I don't think there's anything underhanded at all.
No. I didn't mean to suggest that. I just the constant checking of the thumb.
He was looking at the thumb, a couple of different pitches, and the last one he did not look at it. So
now Andy Pages. The Dodgers need base runners. 9-5 Minnesota. No outs in the 8th. Strike one, top the zone for Mashevitz. Pages not going to like that. The 0-1 pitch. That misses up and away. Freeman on first, nobody out. Mashevitz, the lefty, staring ahead at Freeman. Now focuses on Pages. And misses upstairs, ball 2.
Well, maybe it's the Twins' turn to find home plate. Is it behind curtain number 1, curtain 2, or curtain 3?
We have seen 13 walks between these two pitching staffs. 7 for the Dodgers and 6 for the Twins. The 2-1. Pages gives it a rip and fouls back, strike 2. His home run back in the 4th inning. That's the best drive of the game, presented by Edmunds. See how much your car is worth at Edmunds.com. Pages hitting home runs in each of the first 2 games of the series. That's been a positive, helping the Dodgers get to 5 runs. That's been their magic number for most of the season. The problem tonight is that the pitching staff has given up 9. So a 4-run deficit, 6 outs to play with. On a 2-2, Pages stays away from a ball low and outside. A full count against Mashevitz. Back-to-back full counts for the lefty out of the bullpen. The payoff pitch will wait. Pickoff attempt, and they get Freddie Freeman leading off first. Freddie is signaling to the dugout to take another look, but Freddie was caught leaning towards second, tried to lunge back toward the bag. Did he swim around the tag from France? I think he did.
He went in with the left hand, not the right hand.
Los Angeles Dodgers are challenging the outcall at first base.
And I think this should be a successful challenge. Freddie Freeman initially dove back with his right arm, but then swung back to the left. So the part of his body further away from Ty France, and with his left ring finger, he got the bag before the tag hit the jersey.
It appeared to be, in a defense of Charlie Ramos, the first base umpire, from his position, he could not see through the body of Freddie Freeman, as Ramos was on the outfield side in a position that really he's supposed to be in.
So it will be up to the replay operations center in New York City to take an extra look on this.
I have noticed that some of the umpiring crew that we have, they position with the runner at first base, they position the umpire directly in the fire line. In other words, if the pitcher were to throw to first base and the first baseman doesn't catch the ball, the umpire had been lined up right in that path. Well, not in this instance.
And Freddie Freeman certainly hoping that this is a successful challenge, because if it's not, that would be an inexcusable.
Yep, and it would be a long and a torturous walk off, and the trainers are going to go out and look at that left thumb that we've been talking about.
Yep, I mean, we noticed it like 3 pitches into the inning, and just now Rocco Baldelli, the manager, is walking out there kind of curiously looking on. As
Review, the call's overturned, the runner's safe.
Okay.
Dodgers retain this challenge.
So the Dodgers win the challenge, and Freddie Freeman can't excel. He did know it instantly. He was the one signaling to the dugout to challenge it. But he stays alive. But now the question is, does Mishevitz stay in this game? And if so, for how long?
I don't think he's going to stay in the game. I think they're going to take the ball away from him.
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so it's 3-2. Mid-plate appearance for Andy Pages. Twins had double-barrel action in the bullpen, including the closer, Yohan Duran. We'll see who Rocco Baldelli opts to bring in. Freddie Freeman on first, no outs, bottom of the 8th. It's the Twins 9 and the Dodgers 5. We'll be right back. American League, the Twins closer, 45 games so far, 44 in the third innings, 50 strikeouts. His ERA 1.62. Opponents hitting just .207 against him. He has not given up a home run all season long. He comes in as an injury replacement for Anthony Mishevitz. The lefty was removed as we were detailing the Freddie Freeman's AB, the leadoff walk. And Mishevitz kept looking down at his left hand, his left thumb, his pitching hand, and going to his belt. Just wasn't comfortable. Something was off. A nail, blister, a cut, not exactly sure. In any event, Rocco Baldelli bringing in Duran. With the count 3-2 on Andy Pages. The Dodgers trying for a late inning rally. They are down 4 and down to their last 6 outs.
Well, unless the Dodgers are able to come back in this one, this game is not going to go into the time capsule. It's going to go in the circular file.
I mean, it has been an ugly ball game in several different facets, especially from the Dodgers side. 2 more errors, 12 in the month of July, 7 walks from the pitching staff. The offense has overcome. They overcame an early 3-0 deficit to tie it and fell down 3 more and then scored twice to make it a 1-run game. Doug Eddings just spiked a throw about to the mound of Christian Vasquez and is looking back at him like, are you okay?
Even umps are having trouble finding the good throws.
All right, so 3-2 Andy Pages against Yohan Duran. The first pitch. Swing and a foul ball back 99 off of Vasquez, who's now running out to get the foul ball and really just trying to blunt the pain. Freeman on first after a leadoff walk. He remains there after the Dodgers successfully challenged that he was picked off. Another 3-2 to Andy Pages. It's on the way. And Pages hits it into left field, a base hit. Just beyond the outstretched arm of Carlos Correa at short. The first 2 Dodgers have reached in the 8th.
That was just a terrific at-bat right there. I mean, the difficulty of you going 3-2. Now you've got that long pause. They bring in another guy, and it's their closer. It's not just a guy. It's the guy. And you foul off the first pitch, and the second pitch you get a base hit. So now here comes the potential, at least a building block. You get on base, the potential tying run is on deck.
Michael Conforto, he doubled his last time up. 9-5 Minnesota. 2 outs, nobody on for the Dodgers in the home half of the 8th. They're facing the all-star closer, Yohan Duran. Ha-Seong Kim waiting in the wings as the tying run on deck. The first pitch, Conforto stays away from 101, up and away, ball 1. Duran out of the stretch. His 1-0. Conforto grounds it to short. This will be 2. Correa steps on the bag for 1, throws to first. That's a double play. Second double play for Conforto tonight.
Yep, and the third the Dodgers have hit into tonight.
Freeman now at third, but 2 out. It has just been a frustrating season for Michael Conforto, his first year as a Dodger. He has been one of the better hitters of late, to be fair, for this lineup. And he's had some tough luck, but that was a tailor-made double play ground ball for Duran, who now needs 1 more out to finish the 8th. Ha-Seong Kim takes a ball outside. The Dodgers have had the leadoff man on in 6 of 8 innings tonight. They have scored runs in just 2 innings. Down 9-5 in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-0 pitch coming to Kim. A strike on the outside corner. Fastball at 99. Tommy Edman has grabbed the bat, ready to pinch hit on deck. A 1-1. Swing and a tapper to the third base side. Lewis has it in the glove, throws on the run. Plenty of time to spare. He gets Kim. So the Dodgers have first and second, nobody out, and they get nothing. 9-5 Twins going to the 9th.
AM 570.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
Well, if you look at the infield, they just came out and put, diamond dry everywhere except where McKinstry needed it right here.
Wonder when he realized he broke his chain. With an all-star bonus, he can get a new one.
I don't know what is causing this, but we have seen more bats leave players' hands at the plate this year than I ever remember.
Junior, line shot. Got a chance. They counted it, though. They did.
News on its official home.
Pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Jack Dreyer will pitch the top of the 9th inning with the Dodgers trailing Minnesota 9-5. Face Carlos Correa to start. First pitch swung on and fouled over the net, strike 1. The frustrations that Minnesota certainly felt last night, Mo, offensively, with all the chances that they had. The Dodgers feeling it here tonight in Game 2. They 0-1 from Dreyer. Taken for a strike by Correa. 0-2.
And the Dodgers' frustration is in a lot of different categories. Not just the pitching, the hitting is not taking advantage of a couple of opportunities. The defense.
And it's a ball low. Dominics predicts more movement From a roster standpoint before tomorrow, Dreyer bounces a ball in the dirt. 2-2 now on Correa. Just given the way Kasperius limped off the mound with an apparent injury, and given the ineffectiveness elsewhere, need for a fresh arm. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Blake Trinan is getting closer. Blake Snell getting closer. Probably in the next road trip, Snell should be back. Correa takes a 2-strike pitch the opposite way. That splits the gap in right center. It goes off the glove of Pages, and now it's booted there by Outman. But Correa is going to hold up at second, standing up with a leadoff double in the ninth. I mean, if the game was closer, we'd be talking about another misplay in right center field too by Dodger outfielders. Right, Mo? I mean, both guys had it bouncing off their glove like a ping pong ball.
Yep.
Correa on second, nobody out. Ty France the batter. 9-5 Twins. Swing and a miss, strike one. Well, Correa was 0 for 5 last night. He has made his presence felt tonight. He has reached 4 times, 2 hits, 2 walks. He has scored 3 times, potentially a 4th here in the ninth. Swing and a foul ball. Quickly 0-2 for Dreyer against France.
Well, France has had 2 pitches, and he looks like on both of them he's going to try and hit the ball the way to Glendale.
Every Minnesota Twin except the DH Ryan Jeffers, who was their hottest guy, funny enough, has reached tonight. Breaking ball down and in, taken by France, a ball and 2 strikes. Now, if there's a silver lining tonight for the Dodgers on this Tuesday, it's that the Marlins did beat the Padres 4-3. So if the score holds here in L.A., the lead in the division will remain 3.5 games. Check swing. Did he go? No. Says Charlie Ramos at first base. Count squares up 2-2 for France. Runner on second, nobody out. 2-2 pitch. Fouled away to the right side. Top of the night, sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877-CARS for Kids now. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. And you know that's Cars with a K to donate your car today. The pitch, way up and outside. Full count now. Here comes the payoff. Swung on and fouled back. Might have had a chance of getting into the Sportsnet LA booth. It did not. 3-2. The count remains.
Another 3-2 count.
How many of those we've seen tonight, Mo?
Too many.
Yep. Pitch. Hit in the air, foul. I just wonder if anybody has been listening to us for the majority of this game.
No, they're long gone.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
I'll tell you what, we're not even talking to night watchmen right now.
Click. Another 3-2. Hit in the air, right center field, carrying back toward the wall. Outman on the run. He is not going to make the catch. It bounces off the top of the wall. Correa is going to come around to score. Pages picks it up and throws home. It's a hair late. It's an RBI double for Ty France. Double digits for the Minnesota Twins, up 10-5 now.
And that started off as an 0-2 count. It went full 3-2, got a fastball right down the middle.
Still no outs in the ninth, by the way. France down second.
I'm about to throw a technical baseball term on you.
Ooh, strike one from Dreyer. Now I'm ready for the technical baseball term.
Do you know what tonight has turned into for the Dodgers?
What's that, Rick Monday?
A really crummy game.
It just turned into that? I think we said that in the sixth there, brother.
Well, this is a recording.
Ball one low, an even count now on Deshaun Kiersey Jr. Came off the bench to play defense last inning. Now first trip to the plate. I mean, you could be on ESPN with a hot take like that there, Mo. Swing and a miss, strike two. Stephen A. Smith and Rick Monday.
Just leave me alone.
Laughing through the pain ahead of a 1-2 pitch from Dreyer. 1-0, out in the ninth. In the dirt. Well handled by Will Smith. He's in the right-handed batter's box. Like a goalie. Had a glove save. Dodgers down by a handful, 10-5 here in Game 2. Two. Swing and a miss, strike three. Good fastball from Dreyer at the top of the zone. One gone. It is sort of ironic, Bo, because coming to the park on this Tuesday night, Teoscar Hernandez bobblehead night, Mr. Smile. Thinking about smiles and sunflower seeds. There haven't been a lot of smiles to be had in this baseball game, the way it's played out for the Dodgers. In embarrassing fashion, speaking honestly and frankly. Swing and a miss, strike one for Royce Lewis. 10-5 Minnesota, top of the ninth, 1 on, 1 out. Swinging another foul ball, 0-2. When we come to the park tomorrow for the finale, and they have the pregame show, and they play the highlights from tonight's game, I actually don't want to hear any of the announcers. I think you could just play the Benny Hill soundtrack. I think that would be more appropriate than hearing us yap. Or if there's another song you may have in mind, maybe you could have like a rotation of songs, because 9 innings of highlights.
The greatest hits.
Yeah. The 0-2 from Dreyer. So we get a foul ball back. Look, folks, all I'm going to say is this. As long as this game is going, this is, if the game were to end faster, then, you'd be spared of this. But it's not.
Steven, those that want to leave have already gone. And those that want to stay, we love you.
Yes. Line drive, third base, snared by Miguel Rojas. 2 gone in the ninth inning.
There are those listeners, too, and I really respect them, is that they keep exact scores. I mean, scorebooks, just like we do.
Yes.
And they're probably running out of either lead in their pencil or ink as we have as well.
2 outs, Bader the batter. Swing and a miss, strike one.
We've run out of 2 things tonight. Ink and patience.
And F's to give. Yeah, that too.
Well,
0-1 pitch misses upstairs. The Dodgers have just relayed that Ben Kasparius left with right calf cramps. That was after he loaded the bases, then walked in a run. A 1-1. Grounded foul, third base side. A ball and 2 strikes for Dreyer against Bader.
Well, as bad as that was, and as difficult as it was for Kasparius, I just wonder how, at what point in time his legs started to cramp up. And the fact that it is only a cramp is really a good update.
Yeah. Yes, I agree with that. The fact that it's a cramp, good update. The fact that he didn't say anything to Mark Pryor, who visited the batter before. Swing and a miss, strike 3. I'm sure that didn't sit well with the coaching staff. The Twins get 1 more run in the ninth inning. They take a 5-run advantage to the bottom of the ninth. The Dodgers have 3 out.
You know, in Boston, every now and then, you'll do those throwback days where you bring out the big baggy jerseys, and the baggier, the better. When I broke into the league, everybody was wearing really baggy pants, and then as the years go along, I started wearing these skinny, mini, tight pants that looked like they were painted on. So by the time I was with Boston, I really wanted to wear the baggier, the better. We just wanted to be flying around in the outfield there, having a good time.
Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Deep to right field. It is into the upper deck.
Back to the boys in blue. The world champion LA Dodgers audio network. Never gets old.
45,074 people came to Dodger Stadium to see this. 10-5 Minnesota, bottom of the ninth. The Dodgers have 3 outs to rally. Dalton Rushing's going to pinch hit for Miguel Rojas to start things off. Dodgers need base runners. Yohan Duran, the closer, back out there for the ninth, and he starts rushing off with a pitch outside. Doug Eddings wants to go home. Strike one called. The pitch. Way outside. 1-1. 2 errors for the Dodgers. 7 walks for their pitching staff. Of those 7 walks, 6 scored. Rushing, center field. That's down for a base hit. Drops in front of Buxton. Leadoff batter aboard for the 7th time in 9 innings, Rick Monday.
Well, you have to begin somewhere. And you get that first man on and a breaking ball that was right down the middle. And a good swing by Rushing.
Now, last inning, we saw Duran come in, face Andy Pages, and he threw a 102.1 mile per hour fastball, and Pages took it to left field for a base hit. It was the hardest pitch that a Dodger has gotten a hit on since July of 2022. James Outman, the batter. First pitch, ground ball right side. Second base, Castro stops it on the backhand. He goes to second for a 1. Rushing is out. Outman reaches. The fielder's choice. Top of the order now. Mookie Betts hitless tonight. 0 for 3 with a walk. Dodgers trail 10-5 here in the middle game of this 3-game series. Mentioned it earlier, but bears repeating to try and give you something to smile about. Not smile, just feel less crummy about. The Marlins did beat the Padres tonight, so it helps the Dodgers in terms of their National League West cushion. A ball downstairs on Mookie, 1-0. The Giants snapped their skid with a 9-0 shutout win in Atlanta. Diamondbacks lost to Houston 3-1. The pitch, low. Oh, the Colorado Rockies played. They won, 8-4. One on, one out, bottom 9, 10-5 Twins. On a 2-0 pitch to Mookie. Duran gets a swing and a miss, strike one, 101. And Mookie's been really struggling with fastballs. This is a different fastball. I mean, triple digits consistently. 2-1. Fastball hit in the air, right field, shallow right. Coming in is Kiersey, and he's underneath out number 2. You know, the first game of the second half, out of the All-Star break, the Dodgers gave up 2 runs and lost. The last 4 games, they have allowed 26 runs.
Yep.
That's going to make it hard for any team. Doesn't matter. I don't care how many stars or MVPs you have in a lineup. When you're giving up that many games or that many runs, per game, and you're just making life hard on yourself.
Well, you know, you can extend it even more than that, and the numbers really jump at you.
Ohtani to the plate, 2 outs, runner on first. Outman's going to take second because the Twins are indifferent. And Duran gets a strike at the top of the zone, 102 miles per hour.
As the Dodgers came into last night's ball game having dropped 10 of the last 12 games. And in that stretch, were outscored 71-36.
Woof. The pitch upstairs at 101. 1-1 is the count. Alman's going to go to third. Twins don't care, but the Dodger fans who are going the distance here at the stadium do. "10-5. Twins up. Dodgers have 2 more strikes left. Ohtani hits a fly ball to left field and deep, back toward the wall. That is gone. Shohei Ohtani, for the first time in his career, has hit a home run in 4 straight games. An opposite field 2-run shot, is 36 of the season, and the Dodgers are within 3.
Can they pull it off? Well, Daniel's Jewelers, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond. Your family jewelers since 1948. So visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet, along with $50 off a $99 coupon.
Tying run now in the hole for the Dodgers. 10-7 Twins. Will Smith at the plate. Takes ball 1 outside. 4 consecutive games with an Ohtani home run. The fan who caught it in the left field pavilion, he couldn't believe what just happened. The pitch, outside, ball 2. Smith at the plate, Freddie Freeman on deck, and a warming Andy Pages is in the hole. But the Dodgers have just 1 more out to play with. The pitch, that's in there for a strike. 101 down the pipe. That home run from Ohtani, also the first home run given up by Duran this year. We talked about that when he came into the game. The 2-1 to Smith. That's inside. Doug Eddings, gift strike 2. Might have just caught the edge, but that looked inside. Well, it was there. To be fair, it was there. Smith didn't like it, but Eddings was right. Now 2-2. Last strike for the Dodgers. The pitch from Duran. Fouled away. Smith battling to keep this game alive. Now 10-7 after Ohtani's 2-run shot that scored James Outman. On another 2-2. Smith strikes out swinging. 101 north of the zone. That is the ball game. The Twins even the series. One of the worst teams in the American League pushed 10 runs across on the Dodgers tonight. It's a 10-7 final. Rick Monday, we talked about it. A pretty disgusting game and an embarrassing game for the Dodgers. 2 more errors. They walked the house, 7 walks. So what are your final thoughts, if you have any to share?
Well, from public standpoint, it comes down to is you have to throw strikes. I mean, the job is to find that plate that's 17 inches wide. That didn't happen tonight. For Yoshinobu Yamamoto, it went 5 innings, but it took him 101. 6 different batters. It was an uphill battle for him. Just no command of this splitter at all.